So thanks so much for being here. I'm Laureli Shimayo, and this is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Awakening Panel for Energizing Body, Mind, Heart, and Soul. We have events throughout the Northwest and online. Today clearly is one of our online events. This is one of our panels where we have several practitioners that specialize in a theme available to answer your questions. It's free to be here to listen and learn. And it is between $16 and $24 to ask a question. If you're BIPOC, it's $10, our suggested price. So we all have various specialties. We work in lots of different areas, all the rest of them in mediumship, as well as other things. So we'll go through and have you hear about them, and feel free, everyone, talk about all of your work and then talk about mediumship in particular. So we'll do one share that includes everything about you and about the theme. And then we'll be taking questions from the audience. We've got a few people in line already. So if you know that you want to ask a question today, I encourage you to pay now and let me know quickly. We've got at least 4 or 5 questions in line already, and maybe a few more if you have even signed up. So the information is in the chat on how to pay. You can either pay by PayPal or Venmo, or if needed, you can pay on my phone. So let's have you go ahead and meet everyone, and I'm going to put information in the chat about everyone, all the practitioners that are here today. All right, and let's see. So order-wise, I kind of want to play with the order a little bit. How about let's have Marya and Sally share, and then Shelley, and then we'll, continue on from there. Okay, so Marya, Sally, and Shelley.
How much time do we have for this?
Oh yeah, share? So you can take a little bit longer to share now, like take like 3-ish minutes or something like that.
Okay, great. Well, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to see you. And my name is Marya OMalley. I'm a spiritual intuitive, psychic medium, and mentor in the intuitive arts. So I do a number of things. I do mentor people one-on-one to help them develop their gifts, whether it's mediumship, psychic abilities, healing. And I offer classes from time to time online at the current time. And I also have a monthly event called Metaphysical Book Club with Marya OMalley. So every month we read a selection and then we discuss it. And it's free in April. I've put the link for the tickets to get the Zoom link to the book club there. Our April selection is The Mystic Chaplain, and the author is going to be joining us. Kathy Collins is her name, and she's been interviewed on YouTube about her near-death experience with Jeff Mara. We have also, I have upcoming a mediumship circle, a development circle, which will be online. I ask you to, if you're interested in that or any of the other events that I have, go to my website. It's maryaomalley.com. That's MaryaOMalley.com. And my Facebook is Marya OMalley, no apostrophe, at Services for the Soul. So you can find that information there as well.
I guess, Marya, did you want to share a little bit more about mediumship or any of like your context about it, or the kinds of questions people
Yes, I do. I do one-on-one mediumship readings, as well as group readings is something I do as well. And mediumship to me is a sacred act. It's a very exciting and wonderful process to communicate with those on the other side and bring through messages as well as evidence of the continuation of consciousness after passing. I look at it as interdimensional communication because they really haven't gone anywhere. They're not lost or away somewhere. They're right here with us. They're simply in another dimension without the physical body. So when I do mediumship readings, I ask people, don't give me information beforehand. Like, it's like going to the zoo. Don't feed the medium. Don't feed the medium information. And there's 2 reasons that I do that, and that many mediums do that. First of all, it gets my mind out of the way, at least as much as it can, so I'm not adding things with my mind. And also it lets you know that you are indeed communicating with your loved one, and that I'm not just saying back a different form of what you already told me. So that enriches the communication. It also strengthens the connection with the person on the other side. And I ask people to acknowledge the information with a yes, no, I understand, or I don't know. And with each response, that builds the connection with the person on the other side as we do a reading. So it's very exciting to have things come through that are a surprise. Sometimes people find that it isn't maybe someone that's in your close family or your best friend that passed away, but it can be someone that you know from the past, a past teacher, a past friend in grade school. So all sorts of spirit people can come through for us when they want to either say hello or give us a message of some kind.
Great. Thanks so much, Marya.
You're
All
welcome.
right, I think we had Sally next. Go ahead, Sally.
Hi, my name is Sally. I am an intuitive psychic reader, tarot and oracle card reader, as well as a psychic medium. I started off doing tarot cards and oracle cards. After my father passed away, I went on vacation. I was in a very low point. And I went up to Lake George where there was a lot of nature, and I opened up into this, what I consider a spiritual awakening. And right after that, I had my first medium experience where a younger male came to me, and it was a friend of a relative, and he wanted to get a message through to her. So I delivered the message, and I had absolutely no idea what was going on. And so I started to research and take classes and learn, and I found that I could connect with not only my family, but the joy I got from helping other people connect with their loved ones was just, I can't even explain the feeling. I don't think it's as easy for me to connect with my own family, though. I usually have to go to somebody else for that. So I'm in the same boat as everyone else. If I want to hear a message from my dad, I go to a medium. So I really truly believe that I am meant to help people connect with their crossed over loved ones. I still do my tarot readings because some people, they don't want to make that jump into the medium reading. So if they're comfortable with just getting a little bit of messages here and there through the tarot, that's fine too. But if they want to do the medium reading, I will offer them even just like a brief 15 minutes. Let's just see how it goes. See if we connect and if it helps you, and then we'll keep going if you want to. So I'm very understanding with that. And I try to educate people and explain to them the process and let them know that they can feel that closeness with their family again. And I'm just the channel to make that happen. And that's really all. I put the specials are in there, but if you want me to tell you, I can. My name is Sally Spiritual Guidance. On Facebook, it's Mama Sally Spiritual Guidance. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and I have an Etsy shop, Mama Sally Spirit Shop. I don't have a website yet. I'm still working on that. And my specials are listed in the chat.
Great, thank you. And I think then, so let's have Shelley and then Susy and then Cindy and Donna. So Shelley, go ahead. And Shelley, you're muted. Make sure you're unmuted.
Hi, I'm Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and I first became aware of my mediumship abilities at age 7. So I am a natural born medium, and I have been a professional medium and psychic for 30 years. Doing mediumship readings for people that wish to connect to their relatives or their pets on the other side, our spirit master teachers, our guardian angels. I connect to many different kinds of teachers to bring in information and validate information for you. I also, on the third Tuesday of the month, do a free spirit channeling circle. And if you would like information about the spirit channeling circle or any other classes or events that I do, go to the Psychic Development Circle with Shelley on Meetup. And there are links to get onto the classes and events I do, or go to my website, psychicshellyhofberg.com.
Thanks so much, Shelley. All right, Susie.
Hey, I'm Susie Parker Goins with Blue Lightning Healing. I'm a channel, so what that means is that I am a conduit for divine energy to come through. I've made an agreement that I'm not going to channel crazy. So divine comes through in whatever form. It also means I'm open to hearing messages, not through my body, but I usually set them up like at about 1 o'clock for me when I'm talking to somebody who has crossed over. I've realized that I've been channeling, or at least talking with divine in a variety of forms since I was a kid. And so it was very real to me when I had these conversations. I'm also a Reiki master, so that's another form of channeling, bringing in energy through to help shift energy and remove blockages from your physical body. I do past life healing, which can be related to a sort of mediumship in that I am talking to personalities that your soul has put on in a particular lifetime. I have a website at bluelightninghealing.com. I've got a Facebook page under the same name. My podcasts are Blue Lightning Healing Meditations, and those are available through YouTube and where else? And Spotify and Amazon. I'll be joining the Transformation Talk radio network next month. So I'm looking forward to, interviewing friends and colleagues and talking about my things. And I actually talking about topics, and then I also channel, and we'll have meditations to go with it. I first became acutely aware of my mediumship abilities after my dad passed. It was an opportunity for me to talk to him, or rather to argue with him about the things that are going on, and to think that I've been introduced to guides, and I've been all like, oh, you're so wise, you're so wonderful. And the guides are over there just going, would you stop it, just stop it and talk to us. And so that's what I have learned. That's my approach with whatever channeling I do, is that it becomes a conversation. You get to talk to them, you get to ask them questions, gain perspectives, trade recipes. I don't care, whatever's going to make you feel comfortable so that you can develop this relationship. And the same thing with the folks who have crossed over. There's a road between my town and another town, and it has a railroad track that runs past it. And when I opened up to the mediumship stuff, I realized how many souls were stuck there. And so it's not only about talking to your great grandma Laureen, or or that uncle, or that thing. It's about helping other souls cross over if they need to. Sometimes they get stuck and they don't even know they're dead. And it's like, here, let me show you how to do that. So I love that, like with everything we do here, when it comes to energy, it is expansive, and it's not limited to just, crystal ball reading or stuff like that. It's so much more, and we all can do it. It's just what we resonate best with. I'm looking forward to hearing questions and getting in and playing with energy here with everybody. So yay.
Great. Thanks, Susie. And then I think Cindy and Donna. So Cindy.
Hey, everybody. I'm Cindy McGonagle. And when you have a reading with me, I act as a catalyst for your own intuition. And what I mean by that is, I often start with numerology. So I take a look at what the numbers are that resonate with your birth name that you came in with. Then I usually ask you to submit a couple of photos of your palms, because I'm a palmist as well. And with that, I show you your major lines, and I give you kind of a blueprint of hidden talents and abilities that your soul wants you to bring through in this lifetime. Moving forward from that, I show you with my clairvoyance site what I see for you coming up, opportunities that you can grab a hold of, business collaboration. I'm just open to whatever you need as a client. So it just depends on what you ask. And then that's the direction that the reading takes on. I work as an animal communicator here in the Palm Springs area. I am a volunteer at a no-kill shelter, and where I do pet Reiki there, and I keep a notebook handy. So when the animals come into the shelter, they're usually pretty scared, and so I will offer them Reiki, and I do it usually sitting outside of the room that they're in, unless they welcome me in, and then I also take down their story, their history, like what brought you into the no-kill shelter and what are you looking for in a forever home? And I keep notes on each of the animals, give that to the supervisor of the facility, and then she shares that with the staff. So hopefully we can find the best forever homes for each of the animals. For those of you who have iPhones, I hope you're on Clubhouse. I'm on Clubhouse. I have an animal communicators club that I formed with another person, and we go live when we're on Clubhouse, and we encourage other people to join us there to practice your own Reiki skills with pets. And that's on the fourth Thursday of the month, 4 o'clock Pacific time. And I also am part of a fairy club. So I use my medium skills to connect people with nature as well, to teach you how to listen to nature and incorporate gardening with nature instead of controlling nature in the process. Here in the greater Palm Springs area, I encourage you to connect with me, and I can take you on vortex tours that connect you with power places that accelerate your own intuitive ability to connect with nature and all of the gifts nature wants to share with you at this time. And as you know, we're almost on the full moon, and so there's a whole nother energy shift. I do earth energy readings for the planet on my YouTube channel, and you can also DM me on my Instagram channel. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Cindy. All right, Donna. All right, where's Donna? Maybe she muted. I can't see. Yeah, Donna, you're muted.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Donna Sauer. I have a degree in biology, and I taught many years in the medical sciences. I've always had a great love for animals and have rescued many animals. What I want to talk about right now is I do work with animals in healing and energy healing and behavior problems, and a lot of times I have clients come, is it time for me to get a new pet? And I'll see the pet coming, I tell them what color it is and not to go looking for it because it'll find them and so forth. Animals are amazing that way. They choose their homes and their guardians. And I also do energy healing for animals that are sick and are getting ready to cross over if they so choose. They don't really like to be grounded at that point. When I communicate with them, I always, even any kind of work I do with animals, I always ask first their permission because that honors them. They have their own souls, their own spirit beings, and you honor that by asking permission to be with them. So my communications are generally, they're not of the kind like, I don't like my red bowl, give me a blue bowl type conversations. These are conversations, particularly for pets that have crossed over. They come with a very high angelic vibration, and their messages sometimes are for the owners to try to deal with the grief of the animal that they've crossed over, and they want the owner to understand they're with them at all times. And sometimes it's guilt because the owner had to put them down in the way that they crossed over and so forth. So a lot of that. And I forgot who said that. Was that Sally or somebody just said, who was that? Sally, was that you that said that you don't like to know any information, that it's kind of like feeding the psychic? Yeah, Marya. And that's how I work too, because people just so much want to share the picture of their pet before I start. I'm like, no, I can't take the eyes. The eyes are so full of spirit and emotion and energy and vibration, and it just puts me off completely. So all I need is the dog's name. about how old they are or how old they were when they crossed over, what color they were, kind of like which animal it is, snake or horse or whatever, and approximately what kind of animal they are. And animals are so cool and they are so funny and so quirky. And I have to tell you a story that I did a reading for this lady. And I always have them come forward to me through a tunnel of light and love towards my heart. And this huge dog came. It was like a mastiff or something. And so we had the conversation. And when I got to the end and I asked the owner, I said, and by the way, what kind of dog is that? She said, oh, it's a Chihuahua. So the dog presented to me how he pictured himself. And I, in our work, we always should ask. And I didn't ask, so anyway, that was good. So I hope tonight I can help you talk with one of your animals as a medium that has crossed over. And I hope that it'll help you in any way that you need. So have a wonderful evening with us, and talk to you soon.
Thanks so much, Donna. Yeah, so the phrase that was used was "don't feed the medium." I thought that was really fun. A lot of other people did too. So part of what's tricky, right, is there's a whole group of us on the panel. So don't say much for Marya. Some other people might have questions. Don't show Donna. So if you want to show, and then I read eyes, so I need to see eyes. So if it's a combination of something for Donna and for me, then we have to get warning. So Donna cannot look and maybe not listen, and Marya doesn't listen. So we have to play with how we do this all together. It's great, but mostly it's going to be them and not me. So I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. And I don't particularly do mediumship, although I can sense a bit into your past and the lessons you've gone through, something about your parents and your family of origin. And so that may come up in some of the questions too. And you can ask a question about anything here today, ideally, right? Just because you have all these great mediums in front of you, you might ask a question that involves mediumship, and you really can ask about anything. Someone asked if you needed to ask about connecting with a particular person. I don't believe you do. You can simply ask who comes through for you, and then, things may arrive. So really, and if something's not coming, chances are we'll tune the question and something will arrive for some of the practitioners. If it doesn't, we always can give you a refund, but we've not had that happen yet. There's always something that seems to come through. Oh yeah, it's great. Okay, suggestions for new themes. We could totally do a don't feed the medium theme. I'm not quite sure what this will look like, but yeah, this is totally fun. Let's play. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, let's see. Is there anything else about me you should know? So I do intuitive eye readings where I'm reading your soul, like the energy of your eyes. The eyes are a window to the soul. And I interpret what I see with a set of archetypes that describe your soul, your lessons. And I can help answer practical questions about what to do, who to do it with, etc., so that you get to live your life purpose and feel more joy and fulfillment. So that's about me. And I have special prices in the web in the chat that are 40% off for an hour. And it's several people just take advantage of that today that are from events from the last week. So yeah, happy to work with you. All right, let's see. So I think we're going to get started. We've got a bunch of people in line and more people keep coming. So a few things I need to say before we start. Okay, let's see. Well, so if you ask a question, keep in mind that this is recorded and this is going to be up on the web. So if we start going deeper than you want us to go, or start talking about other parts of your life that you don't want us talking about here, anything we do that's not what you want, please let us know. You can jump in and wave your hands in the video or unmute and anything to get us to pause and change direction quickly. You can write in the chat, just get our attention so that we can change course. So that's if you ask a question. If you're in the audience, we recommend that you open to learning from all that is asked and all that is answered, whatever is here right today. We all help hold the energy together and are part of the person hearing and integrating and growing, and it weaves the fabric of all of us doing this together and supporting each other. And we talked the other day about how maybe this is a bit just like heart math. Heart math has demonstrated scientifically that if several people are putting their attention on love, that it physiologically impacts the people that are generally in proximity. So we have no idea what the big impact is of all of us being here together. Also, if you're listening, this is a great opportunity to open to your intuition, because whatever comes through you, you can see if the practitioners on the panel happen to say similar things. And that gives you extra verification about what you, assuming the person agrees, right? It gives you extra verification of what's coming through you. Please do keep in mind that we're here for the panel today and for people to experience the panel. So please, if something comes through you, you might want to write it down if you want to share it at some point, because they often float. They're brief when they come through. And then please hold what comes through for you. And when we're done answering someone's question, if you want to, you can write them privately and ask them if in the chat and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through for you. And please honor whatever they say. They might be full when they've heard from all of us. So please know that it came through you for some other reason. And please, if you could keep your comments in the chat to a minimum. You could write a few supportive things, that's great. But if you have ideas or intuitions, please, if you could keep those to yourself until you ask the person after we're done answering their question, that would be great. Feel free to write it down somewhere else for you to keep track of all that. Someone asked about how you answer a question. So let me put this in the chat again. Way you answer a question. One is that you pay first, and we've got a few people in line already. So we will get started very quickly here, and hopefully we will get to everyone. And if we run out of time, we will give you a refund, or we'll schedule another mediumship panel and you can be first in line on that panel. For example, we track people from panel to panel if you want to jump in on another panel and ask questions. So it has right there how you pay. You pay by PayPal or Venmo, or if you need to, I can run it on my phone through Square. So the people that we have in line so far, and I'll check again, we've got Anissa, and she's got 1 or 2 questions. Jen has 2 questions. Tammy, Cynthia, and Natalie. So, and that's the order we'll go in unless there's some special request and people are willing to move. And all right, well, I think we should probably just get started, and I'll check and see if anyone else has signed up yet. And you can let us know your question as soon as you pay, maybe write in the chat that you've paid, so I know to definitely get you on the list. And then you can ask your question by just unmuting and sharing in the space, or you can write it in the chat and I'll read it. It's up to you how you want that to work. I mean, I personally love it when you actually come online and you share. We all get to feel you better and feel your energy better. It certainly assists me. And so for anyone else in the group that's opening to their intuition, I think having that sense of you just makes it richer and easier to access things. But totally depends how people practice, right? Some of the mediums don't want anything at all. Not much at all. All right. So Anissa, our beloved Anissa, you are first in line.
Hi, everyone. Hopefully this isn't too broad, but I was just wondering if anyone had any messages. I'm trying not to be too picky, but in not being too picky, maybe that's more difficult. So let me know if you want direction in one way or another.
And yeah, practitioners, and let me know if you want to answer by raising your hand in Zoom. It should be, it used to be in the participants panel, but it's now down at the bottom of the screen if you're on a computer. Under reactions, at the bottom of the reactions panel is raise hand. So it's not the same as like applause or anything like that. Okay, great. We've got Susy online. So Susy will go first, and practitioners, do you have anything else come in? Go ahead and raise your hand, and I will let you know again in the chat how to pay in just a moment.
Hey, Anissa. I pinned your picture up, your frame up here, and immediately what I saw was some grandmotherly types behind you. There's one over, let's see, am I mirroring? So as I look at your screen, there's one that would be over on your right, and there's a grandmother type there, and she's got her hands out in such a way where one hand is behind your head, as if she is, it feels like a blessing sort of energy to it, and the other hand is where it's on your shoulder. So it's going to be on, oh golly, now I'm all switched around. So it's going to be on your left shoulder. So left hand, I don't know. She's standing here like this, looking at and behind you. She's not giving me any details about it, because that whole feed the medium thing. Yeah, she's like, don't worry about that. But what she wants you to know and understand is that you're not alone, that you have got not only people, she says, on that side, and she says it's slightly derogatory, like what a hassle for you to still be in body, but you have people on that side who are here to love and support you. And yet you have quite a few on the other side, on her side of the veil, who love and support you. The hand behind your head is to, you've got this, it's called the mouth of God, and it's at the base of your skull where your neck comes out. And she puts her hand there and also over on your crown. So she's standing here hands behind your head and hands over your head. She wants you to understand that you have that divine within you, and that it can be a frightening place to be, to understand how connected you are with divine, because you see yourself as such a human, as such in body and problematic. And she says you are not a problem for anyone. Okay, you are a joy. You have been a joy for her to be there for and to love. And you can call on her at any time. She says, anytime you feel, okay, now I'm waving my hands around. She says you might be comfortable with her putting her hand on your shoulder, on whichever shoulder. And you know, when you have those moments where your head just kind of goes over and that's her. You know, that little, okay, thanks. And whether you make direct requests ever, she says, I'll do whatever you want, but just understand and let me love you. Let me love you. She says, I'm dead. It doesn't matter. You know, you don't have to do much. Just let me. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to do anything. Let her love you.
Thank you, Susy.
Mhm.
Hey, great. All right, we've
It
got
meant for validation, a lot rang true. So thank you.
great. I say so. Shelley's next. Shelley, it did work. I can see your hand, and I want to say like the interesting, unusual thing, Shelley. Oh no, never mind. It's great. I got it. Yeah. So Shelley, it works. Go ahead. Let's get you to unmute though, and then Cindy's after you.
I had also saw your grandmother and grandfather. I saw them both together. But the grandfather I'm picking up is the grandfather that is on your father's side, and the grandmother that was coming through was your mother's mother. So both of those grandparents were coming through. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, I was saying that I was picking up the grandfather on your father's side and your grandmother on your mother's side, that those two grandparents were coming through.
That makes sense.
And your grandfather is saying that you were always a nurturer, you know, that you were always a very loving child. Yeah, that you were always a very loving child, and that you were nurturing and helpful to other children growing up, and have grown up to do something with your life that involves helping other people. So I feel whatever your profession is, it involves helping others. And he says you always have been that way, you know, a helper since childhood, and that you had an attachment to a pet growing up. Was there a dog that you had an attachment to?
Oh, yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but your audio is breaking up a bit. But
Can
now
you
that
hear
you're
me?
I unmuted. I took off her video so we could hear her better. Go ahead, Shelley. Shelley, you just muted. Can you unmute? Go ahead. We can hear you now.
Hear me? Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to say that your grandmother and was telling me about a dog that you grew up with, that you were very close to, that was kind of a white dog, or kind of a tannish dog. Was there a white or tannish dog when you were growing up?
yes.
Can you hear me? Yeah. And the spirit of that dog is around you. That dog loves you very much. And he's asking, when are you going to get me a playmate? He wants you to get another dog. He wants to be the spirit guide of the dog. Animals have spirit guides too. And he wants you to get a playmate.
I want that too.
And the grandmother is saying something with children, you're having a connection with children. Are you working with children or wanting to work with children?
No, but I love children very much. And I think they're
She
really
said-
neat.
She says in 2 or 3 years, you're going to have a baby girl.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
She says you'll be married.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Grandma.
Yeah, she says, don't worry, you'll be married. So in 2 or 3 years, so there seems to be, she's saying there's a new relationship coming in, and in 2 or 3 years, you will have a baby girl, and at that time, you'll be ready. It was nice connecting with you.
Thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.
All right, great. So we've got Cindy, Donna, Marya in line.
Hi, Anessa. Good to see you again. All
Thank
right.
you.
So I also heard from your grandmother on your mother's side. Yes, yes. And she's asking that you invite her to cook with you. So I don't know if you used to cook with her before, I don't know, but she wants to just be included. And you'll know her by ideas that come into your mind when you're making the recipes. And if you open up your heart and ask to see more clearly, you're going to actually maybe get a glimpse of her. Because I know that you're very intuitive. Okay, I want to encourage that part of you. Okay, and it feels like you're very clairvoyant as well. Is that true?
Yes, I just need to work on the confidence aspect of it.
Okay, one of the tricks for everybody is to just ask your guides to open that picture and kind of stretch it out so you can see the whole picture, not just a quick glance. And then practice with your eyes closed as well. And but anyway, I see you needing more of a good night's sleep. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the archangels that steps forward for you is Archangel Raphael. And if you'll ask Archangel Raphael to watch over you when you go to sleep to help you have a good night's sleep and not be interrupted, I think that would help you a lot. Okay. Let's see what else. Did you know that you're a speaker?
No.
You have that talent, okay? You have a lot of wisdom inside you that wants to come out. So don't be afraid to be the wise woman that you are, and that wisdom has value. Okay, I want you to value yourself more. And then I want you to realize that your intuition is really good. Okay, you probably know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this cute voice. I want to encourage you to play more and stop being so serious, okay? Can you do that?
I can try.
Because when you're playing, you're tapping into your passions in life, and that's like the road to the joy and where you're going in life. And then the other person that stepped forward for you is Mother Mary. And she says that you can recognize when she's around by the smell of roses. So I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you very much, Cindy.
You're welcome.
All right, great. So then we've got Donna and Marya and just practitioners. We've got a lot of people in line. So please, if you can get to the essence of your share, that'd be great.
Anessa, this is Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Okay, this may seem strange to you, but all the time I've been watching you just above your ear level, there's a big face, a big fat cat face, okay?
Okay.
And you know in that book, Alice in Wonderland, where there's a Cheshire cat grinning?
Yes.
Okay, that's that cat. And it's not a cat that you knew, but I don't know if you know the story of Alice in Wonderland exactly. But the point of it is that she was the reason that she fell asleep and fell down the hole for the whole story was that she had to give a talk at school or a report, and she was petrified and scared. And so the dream was after she went through all of that, and when she woke up, she woke up to be a very confident young girl and ready to do that work at school. So I think what the Chessy Cat is saying, that you may be afraid of speaking, afraid of your psychic abilities, but not that you need to go to sleep and go through Alice in Wonderland and all of the trials and tribulations with the red queen and all of the white queen, whatever. But that you can wake up and grow into that confidence. And you are a beautiful young lady, so you can do it, dear. Love you.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, great. And then Marya, go ahead.
Hi, Anissa.
Hi.
Right away, I had a man coming through, connected with your father's side of the family. And he was definitely an adult when you were a little kid. You would remember sitting on his lap, maybe age 3 and younger. When you were very small, it wouldn't have been at an older age. And I know that on a Saturday, he could be found going in and out of the house, going into the garage, tinkering in there, working in the yard and that kind of thing. You would understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And he would dress casually, so he wasn't one that was like a business or, would go in an office with a shirt and a tie. He
Yeah,
worked
my
with his
mom.
hands.
Yep.
Yes.
My mom made his clothes. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And he wants you to know that he wants you to spend more time outside. It doesn't mean you have to go on some big long hike or some trip or anything, but sort of like he did, go outside in the yard, do stuff, or around the neighborhood, do some project outdoors. That will also help you to sleep better. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So he wants you to know that, and he sends you lots of love. He loves you very much. He's always been supportive, and he still is, and he's there for you.
Thank you so very much. Yes,
You're
thank you so
welcome.
much, everyone. It makes a lot of sense, a lot of validation. So if any of you were having any doubts, perfect. So thank you.
Great. And Anissa, you talked about you might have 2 questions. Do you have just one, or do you have 2, or what did you want to?
Well, I was wondering how long someone had to have passed before you may be able to connect with them, and determining if that would determine if I would ask a second question.
Go ahead. Anyone want to jump in and answer that? Just of how long? Go ahead.
Yes, I've found there's absolutely no restriction on when they can start coming through. One of my friends, who's a dear friend, who's a medium, had an appointment. A woman had made an
Marya,
appointment.
Marya, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but we have no extra time today. So I want to
Okay.
just your answers. And then Sally, did you want to?
Anytime they can come through, basically. Yeah. Anytime. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I was just going to say the same thing. That for me, it's been very quickly. And I had felt like a younger male around you as well, but I know we're on like time, so wasn't sure if it had anything to do with a younger male.
Yeah, that would be the second person I would ask about if there was time permitting.
Okay, I did feel someone around you, a younger male, but I didn't want to take up too much time because they were all going to.
Go ahead.
So
she said she might want to do 2, so just go ahead. Is that okay?
Okay, I did feel like a younger male around you. I'm not sure if this person, he would have been close to your age, I guess. I'm not sure if this was somebody that you were involved with, maybe, or there was a lot of love in this situation.
Yes.
So this person was very close to you. I feel an overwhelmingly amount of love for this person. The message I'm getting from them is that he wants you to. Is this the person that was very recently passed? Yes. Okay, yeah, he's really feeling the weight that you are feeling of this loss, and he wants you to. He's telling you knock it off, almost like. Snap out of it, knock it off, snap out of it. It's going to be okay. He wants you to continue living your life. He doesn't want you to go through this pain anymore. Anything that you feel guilty about or sorry about, or if you're thinking you could have changed something, or, the normal stuff that we feel, he doesn't want you to feel any of that stuff. That's what I'm getting. And he has such a great personality, and I just feel his spirit, and he's just wrapping himself around you, and he just wants to give you a big hug. I feel like if he's here, he would just give you a big, like, snuggle bug, hug kind of thing. And yeah, I just really feel his energy very strongly around you.
Thank you so much, Sally.
You're welcome.
Did anyone else, any other practitioners want to respond to the second part?
I don't know if offering a name would help or not. Otherwise, I'm fine just moving along too.
Yeah, I'm thinking Sally nailed it from whatever I might have gotten. So
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm good.
Great. And Shelley, if you want, you can try turning on your video again. I just that we couldn't hear you, so that's why I was concerned about that. But yeah, anyone else has anything to share with Anissa about the second younger energy? Okay. Thank you so much, Anissa, for your question, and everyone for your answers. All right. Let's see. Next in line, we have Jen, and Jen has a couple of questions. Oh, here we go. There's Jen. All right, Jen, you're up. Unmute and let's go. Oh, let's unmute you. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Did you want to keep your video on or off? It's up to you.
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, here, I'm going to ask you to start your video. Let's see if it'll turn on. It was on before. Okay, go ahead. Great.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
We can, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my first question is, I have been going through a tough time, and it's because I doubt myself a lot. I'm afraid to, I don't believe in myself enough. I'm afraid to go after a new job. I'm 44. I don't even drive. I've never gotten my driver's license. I'm afraid of failure. And I'm wondering, is there anything due to a past life, or is there, why? Just why is that?
Yeah, great. And I know, let's see, I'm going to say something briefly before the others jump in. So one thing that I see in your eyes that could be contributing is I look at different people's talents is one of the traits I look at. And your second talent is called priest or priestess. It's about inspiration, vision, passion, motivation. It's about emotions. And when it's second, instead of seeing out in the world and wanting everyone else to like be good and grow and do better, it gets directed inwards. And so you have a tendency in this life to see for yourself how you need to grow and be better and do more. And so it just sounds like you really hold yourself to a super high perfectionism standard. And so part of it is a life lesson for you. And I'm just assuming that you were around someone growing up that was really critical also. If not of you, they were critical of others. And so you internalized it that much further. And that's part of this journey. And so part of it's going to be separating your energy, you and that person. And then you also have your own personal messages about that. So a step that I would take is look at the things in your life that do work. Look at the places where you've had success. Look at where you've done something well, even if it's small things. You know, you might have made a meal that you feel good about, or you feel good about how you dressed yourself today and the way you look, and right, or just the way you've been kind to someone. So affirming the things that you do well and where you're good, that'll help you build confidence that you really could, maybe you are a good person inside. Like we all know that you are, but for you to know that yourself. And I believe you don't expect everyone else to be perfect around you. So feeling that difference and the difference in the standard and feeling the grief underneath of how hard you are on yourself too. All right, we've got Shelley, Sally, and Marya. And Shelley, if we have trouble hearing you, I'll turn off your video again, but maybe it'll work this time. And it's and all practitioners, just if you can keep your shares just as succinct and to the essence as possible, that would be great. Go ahead, Shelley. Wait, you gotta unmute first. So Shelley, every time after you share, I mute you again. So you always have to unmute before you share. Great.
Jen, can you hear me?
I'm sorry.
We can hear you in terms of the mute, but we can't hear you because of the video. So I'm going to stop your video again. Okay, try sharing now.
Jen, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm picking up a lot of suppressed emotions. Fear-based emotions that are suppressed and lodged in the chakras that you kind of hold your emotions in, that you are afraid, to try new things, or to venture out of your routine. I feel that you kind of have your routine, and that you're not opening up and trying new things, or trying to do things differently. Because I feel, growing up, that there was not a lot of encouragement, or that if you or that when you did things, you were praised. And I also think it's from past life, because I feel that you had a past life where you were enslaved, you were a slave in a past life, and did not have any recognition of you. There was no recognition as you as a person. There was no recognition of your talents and abilities, and that you were a slave, and that any time you tried to do things to please others, that you were punished if you did not do it right. So I feel there was something about punishment, being punished for not doing things right. And so I think that issue from the past and growing up is suppressed your emotions. And I feel that you need to develop your self-esteem. And I feel that to develop your self-esteem, you need to start visualizing the color orange around you. Because orange is for success, for self-confidence, and for creativity. That you just need to start visualizing the color orange, or perhaps get a carnelian crystal and get a pouch and carry that on you, because Cornelius is good for creativity. So it does have to do with a past life, but it also has to do with your childhood, and to build your self-esteem. I would say maybe take public speaking. Take a public speaking class, because for self-motivation, to start getting up in front of people and expressing your feelings and expressing your emotions and getting feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, great. Thanks, Shelley. Or yeah, Jen, did you want to say something about that?
It's just weird because I have no problem with public speaking. I have no problem with encouraging other people. It's just all with me for some reason.
Well, when you're speaking, when it's for someone else, that's when it's easier. When you're clearly doing something for someone else.
It's always easier for someone else. It's always easier to encourage others, but I can never.
And then I encourage you just to say past tense. I know, Shelley, I'm jumping in, but to say, I never have been able to so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Shelley, so after Shelley, let's have Sally, then Marya, and then Cindy. So Sally, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, so I don't know a lot about past lives, but I did feel it had something to do with your past life, or your past in terms of like childhood also as well. I did feel like a woman who might have been a great grandmother figure around, who had passed, who is kind of stepping forward a little bit with an apology. I'm not sure what the apology is exactly, but I'm feeling that she's making me feel that ancestral, there's this like a pattern of this that wasn't broken. And that it needs to break because it just continues. So I'm not sure if other people in your family above you have had these same kind of problems, or does any of that make sense?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
My mom passed away when I was 14, so I really don't know if she felt this way. She seemed to be pretty happy.
Okay. Well, I'm just feeling like maybe that's what it even is. I'm feeling like someone else had said about the repressed emotions. I feel like there's something that's underlying that you haven't quite gotten to the surface yet that needs to kind of come to the surface.
Okay.
And I'm not really sure why your great grandmother or your grandmother would be apologizing, but there's some kind of an apology of like not breaking this pattern or not being there for you or not being able to guide you through this. And that's kind of what I'm feeling from it. It even might be your mom, but I feel it might have been like a little bit above her. So like a mother above her or a grandmother or something.
Okay.
Did you ever meet any of them?
I met my mom's mom, and that was it. Everyone else had passed on before I was born.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just feeling like, and that could be something to do with it too, that there wasn't enough of the women in your life, to staying in your life long enough to be able to kind of guide you through this, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So maybe you need to reach out to like a women's kind of club or a women's empowerment circle, or bond with some other women that are going through this to kind of bring up the deep emotions. I feel like you need to have more of a tribe, of a circle of women that will help you through this, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Great. All right, we've got Marya and then Cindy.
Hi, Jen.
Hi.
I got the sense of what Sally was saying about women. But the first thing that came to me, I heard birth order. Are you younger?
I'm the youngest.
Yeah. A lot of this has to do with birth order, not exclusively, but a lot, because you were born into the family when things were already set up. You weren't familiar with how things were, with various people. You were plopped into various, the energy of the family, let's put it that way. And it was a mystery to you. And understandably, because you were the youngest, you didn't know what came before, but they did. I also have a sense that you tended to be quieter than some of the other people in the family. And so the energetic urge was to be quieter, and other people were louder. So you were sort of drowned out, and just when that would happen, you just back up and withdraw some.
Yes.
So I would say to look at your family and just try to look now from an adult perspective, where more time has gone by, where you can look back maybe and see maybe what the patterns in the family were back then and the energy when you were born, and see how that reflects on your fears currently, so that you can work with that. And that's what I've got.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Marya. All right, Cindy and then Susy.
Hi, Jen. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few tips.
Okay.
First tip that comes up is to realize you're not living in the oppressed ancestral line. Okay.
Okay.
You are a brilliant soul that's here right now, and you've come in the role as a kind of like a little warrior. You may be soft-spoken, but you are a warrior. Okay. And you can clear your line by doing forgiveness and gratitude. Okay. And so the other thing that I would suggest for you is to start every day with a positive affirmation that starts off kind of like this: I am so happy and grateful for, and then you write out what it is. Okay. And you will see a shift in your energy vibration. Okay. And the things that are going to be attracted to you. Secondly, the shaman in me wants you to know that you can stand up in your room and you can say, I now call all of me back to me, because you're such a giving person. Okay. You want to ask for all of you to be returned to you right now. And you do, deep breathing and ground that, and then bring it back up as love. Okay. And you're going to feel a huge shift in you. Okay.
Okay.
You are a speaker, yes, and you have great wisdom. I see people, learning from you. And then there's this music in you. Do you play music?
No, I sing a lot, but everyone tells me it sounds awful.
No. Okay, well, I do see music as an integral part of what you're going to be doing. I also see, do you read your own cards yet?
Have started to, yes.
I want to encourage that. And as a card reader myself that started back in, the 70s, start with one card at a time.
Okay.
Pull one, ask your higher self to show you, what card do I need to learn today? And just focus on that one card. And then watch how that card manifests in your life for that day. Okay. Because I also see you doing that. And then are you taking care of your nutrition? What are you eating these days?
I just started dieting, actually.
Okay, that doesn't sound too happy. What are you eating?
I'm trying to eat the right things now.
Okay, so kind of ask your body first, do you want this? Before you put that in your mouth, okay?
Okay.
And then let your body talk to you, okay? And get a response.
Okay.
So let the foods do the talking. And then I'm going to encourage you to, eat organic. If you can choose to do that, that would be a really good plus for you.
Okay.
Are you in relationship right now?
Yes.
You hesitate on that one too.
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. I think this person, you might have known this person from a past life.
Okay.
Mhm. And so you can ask your higher self, have we been in another past life together? And if you get a yes, then you can close your eyes and kind of see if you can see the relationship or you can hear the relationship. Susy's really good at past lives. And I just want you to explore your options in this lifetime, really
Okay.
explore, what your passions are. If you continue on in this relationship, I do see you going forward to maybe a more permanent relationship with him or the person,
Okay.
but you need to free yourself of the past. That's the main thing.
Okay.
So I hope that helped you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. And Susie also is in line for this question. Go ahead, Susie.
So Jen, yes, I do see past lives involved with this. There were some where you were so overprotected, no one would let you do anything. But then you also had past lives where it was like a prairie pioneer kind of thing with the whole ruler across the knuckle. And even one, I see a European one in which you were part of a convent. So you were a young nun there, and that was just like you couldn't do anything right there. So that's being carried forward. Oh, and thank you, Cindy, for giving me such a great lead in. It feels that your mother was a part of these past lives in some form or another, not always the authority figure, but she was there as either a friend or whatever. So I saw a lot of those past lives. Blah, blah, blah. Cindy was talking about forgiveness. And then as I made my note that for me, forgiveness is reclaiming energy, she did her shaman shtick. So I do firmly believe that forgiveness can be a lot of things to other people. But for you, it feels to me that you have given your energy to someone else. And so you do what I recommend that Cindy's method will work for you, is to stand there and say, give me back my energy. I demand my energy back, and then releasing the energy that is not yours.
Okay.
So that's what that's what forgiveness is for me. You are developing your intuition. So being able to talk to your body, I know this is piggybacking on Cindy, but being able to talk to your body and listening to it and trusting what you're hearing. I do muscle testing or applied kinesiology where I do that. It's like, okay, so is this rock going to be a good one for me to work with? Is this food going to help my body? It's important that you use that language. It's not, do I want this? Because of course I want all the pastries, but will my body benefit from this? You listen and you hear it. And it's called intuitive eating. And it's going to make that, I got a diet becomes, I get to feed my body properly.
Okay.
And then finally, Kuan Yin steps forward. She is the goddess of compassion. She is one of those who had like the worst life. She got sent away. And then at the last moment, she did that forgiveness thing when her father called her back. And so she is the embodiment of life. She also works with dragons. And you've got some serious dragons flying around you, just waiting to be called on. The thing with spirit guides is as you develop a relationship with them, you ask them for their help. They're not just going to swoop in like some balls to the wall kind of hero, okay? They they will help you with your consent. So if you're
Okay.
having a particularly rough day when you're not feeling great about things, call in Kuan Yin and say, "Honey, I need some help here," and she
Okay.
will bolster you. Okay, she will give you that energy. Developing intuition. Yep, those are all my notes. I wish you well on your journey, and I hope to see you here again.
Thank
Great.
you.
Great. And I know you might have a second question, and then I'm going to choose to read this. We had someone that had to leave. They left something, and it really is about sharing their own story, and it seems relevant. And so I'd like to read it to you. Is that okay with you, Jen?
Yes. Yes.
So she said, I'm in your age group, and I've just learned to drive. All of my family drives. Everyone drives or used to drive but me until now. And then she wants to share encouragement with you because after she got her license, dozens of adults came to her to tell her that they or their relative just learned to drive as an adult. And she said, wouldn't that have been nice to know beforehand, laughing out loud and sending you love. So lots of people don't learn to drive until later, and it's okay. That's what happens.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Susie, and I don't know, did I just forget to put your hand down? Did you have your hand up again about something else? I probably, yeah. All right, well, so then Jen, you said you might have a second question. Did you want to ask a second question?
I do have a second question, and it's funny because it's kind of what Cindy had touched on. I've known a guy for maybe 20 years, and I've kind of had a crush on him, but probably 4 years ago, that crush turned into loving him, and we just spent time together maybe about a month ago. What is in store for us? Is it just going to remain a friendship? Is it going to possibly blossom into something more?
Yeah, so she totally signed up for 2 questions. So practitioners, you got something on this one? Go for it. And yeah, go ahead, raise your hand and I'll know what line you're in. Susie's got something. Go ahead.
So first off, I empathize with losing your mother at a young age. I was 13. And so that caused all kinds of things. Now, moving on to this question, for me, relationships are, you've got 2 people there. So working on your relationship with yourself first is going to help it. It's going to encourage it. And also there's that whole divine alignment issue coming in. I feel that, yeah, he's close, but rather than focus on that wanting and that external validation, you're working on yourself first. But it can very much happen in the realm of possibility. I would say yes.
Okay.
All right, practitioners, anyone else? Oh, Cindy's got something. Go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so yeah, like Susie said, I believe that this person is a soulmate. And so if you get into a relationship with a soulmate, there are lessons to learn. You've agreed to come into this lifetime to learn these lessons. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's not that fun. But he's serious about you and does want a commitment from you. Yes, he does. However, you need to really find out what's been going on in those years that you haven't been together. Okay. So
Okay.
both of you need to come clean and be truthful and honest about if you've been hurt or, what you're looking for in a true relationship going forward. What are your values? What are your belief systems? The core things that really make a successful relationship, not just the fun stuff that you guys already know you have together, but it is safe for you to love again, just so you know that.
Okay.
Thanks, Cindy. All right, Sally, go ahead.
Okay, I had pulled like a card when you were talking before about your other stuff too, just kind of get more clarity for it. And I got the Phoenix Rising cards, which tells me that you have to let go of your past life, not just your past life, but the past that you know, your current life, the past. Let go of it, let go of the fears. You know, this talks about writing things down, what you're going to release, what you're going to let go of, and just validate that you're going to let go of those things. In terms of this guy, I feel a lot of in and out of energy with him, coming and going and coming and going. Does that make sense? What he's been doing, sort of?
I'm not sure. We've just been friends forever, and
Okay, but has he been like in and out of your life like over the last years?
no, he hasn't.
Okay. All right. I just feel like, so maybe there's like a hesitation then. I just feel like a sort of a in and out, like a back and forth hesitation. I don't know if it's you or in his mind or somebody's going like back and forth. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah. So that makes, yeah. Okay. That's amazing. So, but I also feel like you have the ability to make this happen, to manifest this again, just to write down what you want and decide exactly if it's what you want. And then I think you have the ability to make it happen, if that makes sense. I think that you guys both have what you need to make the relationship work. It's just going to be a matter of deciding that and sticking to it.
Makes sense.
Okay. That's what I got.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're
Sally.
welcome.
All right. Anyone else have anything else to share with Jen? And her second question. Yeah, and Jen, I love to see photos of people. So if you want to send me a photo, I'll put my number in the chat and you can send me a text and I'll do something.
Is it the same number that I have?
Yeah, it should be the number that you have for me. I can't remember who I've messaged back and forth with at this point.
And I'm sending you a picture of me?
Send a picture of him.
Oh,
Marya's
okay.
got something. Marya's got something to share with you. Go ahead, Marya.
Yeah, I just want to say, I really like your energy. You have beautiful energy. You're very lovable.
Thank you.
So remember that you're extremely lovable and don't ever think that you're not.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree. That's great. You've been very enjoyable having you here. So know that you show up that way, even when you might feel more stressed asking these questions. So that suggests that you do really, really well when you're not even slightly feeling on the spot. So
thank you.
Imaginary story that you're not good. Okay.
Thanks.
You are welcome. All right. Yeah. So I'll send you some messages about him after I get it. Let's
Okay.
move on. But all right. So thanks so much for your questions.
Thank
All right.
you.
Next in line is Tammy. Let me go find Tammy here and pin you. If you want to, oh, that might be you. See if you are ready. I don't know if this is you. It says Tammy R. Is it the same Tammy?
I'm ready. I'm unmuted.
Okay, great. Let's see. Do
Can
you
you hear
want to
me?
turn your video on? It's up to you if you want to. You don't have to.
No,
You don't have to.
actually, I don't. I don't know if that's unusual or not. I
It's okay.
don't.
Some people
Okay,
don't.
all right. This is my first time. This is my first time ever entering a chat like this. So I just kind of want to start by asking a general question, but I am looking for specific answers. So I
want to say too, just people normally ask just one question. We had some people pay to ask two questions. So yeah. So, if they're two really short things, we can fit them in, but like we really want to, so give us your question. You can ask the general and the specific too.
No, I just want to ask one question. But I just want to first thank everybody for being here and giving all the information that they've given. You guys have been great, and it's been a really good experience so far listening to you and seeing your energy. So just thank you so much for that. So the only question I have is I just want to know if you can connect with my energies and tell me what you see, hear, or feel about my past life experience. Well, this life, but my past, and what you see coming for me in the future. And that's it.
And this life and past in this life, past lives, you're open to whatever it is.
Well, whatever you want to tell me, but really, I mean, I'm looking at this life right now, but if you want to tell me about past life, I'm open to whatever you want to tell me.
Okay, great. I know we've got Shelley in line first. And so Shelley, we'll have you start with your video on, and if we have trouble hearing you, I will turn off your video, and then Marya's next. So go ahead, Shelley. Shelley, you got to unmute yourself first, though. All right, say something. Let's see what the sound's like. Okay, I'm gonna turn off your video because we can't hear you
Can
well.
you hear me?
Start talking again now.
Okay.
Yep, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Tammy, I'm feeling in a past life that you were a woman. I'm picking this up around the mid 18th century, early 19th century, that you were a very powerful woman involved in a position of leadership, involving women's issues at the time, women's issues, that you were a leader and that you were involved with helping women, that you were involved with women issues. I would say that you were political, not a politician, but political and involved with women's rights and women's issues, that you were a very powerful woman during that lifetime. And I see you kind of as a person that a take charge kind of person that that seems to be motivated to make improvements in your life, motivated to make changes in your life, and that whatever changes that you are trying to do right now, because I feel you're in the process over the next 6 or 8 months, making a lot of changes, and that whatever changes that you're going to make, you are going to be successful with those changes. And some of these changes may have to do with a decision about career, and what direction that you're wanting to go with career. So there may be a change with what you're doing. You may be going into an entirely different direction with your career, and in the future doing a different kind of job, but it still involves service to other people. That you are a caretaker, that you're somebody with a big heart, and that wants to do something to make a difference in people's lives.
Thank you very much, Shelley.
You're welcome, Tamra.
All right, great. So go ahead, Marya.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi.
So what I'm getting, first I got the word separation, then I got rift, and then division. Now, what this means to me is that in past life, you have had some kind of separation or rift happen, but instead of grieving or being rendered unable to move forward, you've always used that. You have a pattern of taking that and just starting over, or starting, picking up from there. And unlike some people that reinvent themselves, you don't need to do that. You just start over as you are and can do that very successfully. So I feel the reason that this is coming up now is because you are in that sort of phase of your life where you are sort of picking up and moving forward, and maybe not starting totally from scratch, but you are starting a new phase in your life, and it's going to go very well for you.
I understand everything you're saying. Thank you very much. You are on track. You have hit some spots. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
If you have any more information, continue.
Well, it's just that you're doing fine. You're really doing fine. And you have a pattern of doing well with this sort of thing, and you will do well.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And people will enjoy that
Thank you
what
very
you're
much.
doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Marya. All right, Cindy's next.
Okay, Tammy, are you ready for the ride? Because here we go.
Oh, I'm ready. You go on.
Okay, first of all, you know that your intuition is very, very sharp, correct?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
I want you to dig into what's called the treasure box. And the treasure box is the things that made you feel joyful as a child that you want to use in this lifetime to bring you into right relationship with your career. I see you actually studying a little bit more, okay? And you're super
Okay.
sensitive. You like an empath. You pick up on all kinds of stuff all the time. True?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But this is part of your strength. Okay. And you need to trust what you're getting more. Okay. So don't second guess yourself. I see you becoming a counselor. Maybe you're going to do readings like we do. Not sure about that. Okay. So let's talk about your relationship. Are you in relationship now?
No, I'm not.
Hesitated there, didn't you?
Not in the way you think. No. I don't want to feed the medium.
Okay. I just want to tell you that. Okay. I want you just to use your own divine guidance that's coming through you to know whether or not you actually want to commit into this relationship or this acquaintance. Okay. And I'm going to encourage you to wait for the right vibrational match for you. Okay. And the last thing is I want you to recognize your diet. Okay. You know, I don't know what you're eating, but I want you to improve what you're eating so it can keep you feeling grounded instead of like super spacey when you're actually doing your work with other people.
Right. Okay.
And then I want you to flirt.
Okay. All right.
And that's
Thank
what
you.
comes through. Okay.
Thank you, Cindy.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
All right, who else is in line? Anyone else want to share with Tammy? I know it's a low calorie plate from Tammy. Listen, don't feed the medium. It's okay if people don't have things. I just want to leave that open. Yeah, and Tammy, I generally start off reading eyes, so I got no eyes here. So yeah.
Well, I think I got what I need. Marya, I would like to just say that you hit it, but it isn't past.
Right.
In this lifetime, it's been several family separations, relationship separations, and different ones. So it's been this lifetime.
Yes, I know. It's been this lifetime, but it has been in past lives
And Susy,
as well.
Susy got my horoscope right about a powerful position of power from my natal chart. That's exactly what my
it might have been
Oh,
Shelley.
Shelley. Yes, Shelley.
Yeah, this apparently
from my
is an
natal
Aries.
chart.
I'm about astrology.
Oh, my natal chart states the powerful position. So I was like, oh, she hit that right off the chart. So hey, and if you, Susy, if you have anything to say, you can say it. But I just that's all I.
Shelley and Marya and Cindy have hit it all. I've got nothing of use to contribute.
Okay.
So
all right.
You're good, honey. You're good.
I'm good. I got it. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your help. You guys have a great day.
Thanks so much, Tammy. All righty. Let's see. So who is next? We've got Cynthia. So let me go find Cynthia. Are you here as Cindy? Cindy. Okay, great. All right, Cynthia, it's your turn.
Hey, I'm here.
Do you want to show your video? It's up to you. You don't have to.
You can see my picture, can't you?
Is that which is you? Are you in the middle?
I'm the one in the middle. I'm the mom.
Great.
I have had 3 very significant losses in the last year. And obviously I want to hear from my loved ones to know that they're okay and how they're doing. And you know, one loss was just 2 weeks ago, so it's, you know, it's very, very new and fresh for me. And all of those 3 losses, one could possibly be a pet, Donna. So I don't want to feed the medium, but I do want you to know that it's, you know, when I say significant losses, you know, our pets are, you know, our loved ones too. And so I'm just going to leave it to you all.
And Donna, tell me if I should be quiet, but Donna often likes to have something to know if it's the right animal. So I think you like to have, what'd you say, color, or what is it that you want, Donna?
Yeah, I usually need a name, what kind of an animal it was,
You know, okay.
what color they were, and what age they were when they crossed over.
But not like the breed, if it's a dog or anything like that, just that it would be whatever type of animal it is.
You know, it's like I told you the Chihuahua story, so it's helpful, you know, but it's not necessary. You know, if it's a Heinz 57, that's okay too. But I do need to have some binding there to be able to call the animal in.
My Jacko was a black lab, and he was 12 years old when he passed.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's all she needs. Great. All right, everyone's tuning in. Looks like Marya's gonna get ready. Yeah, Marya, go ahead.
Just real briefly, I'm getting just this wonderful feeling of how soft his fur was. And he puts his paw like on my leg, and it's so soft. I just wanted to say that. That's what I'm getting about Jacko.
All right, and then so Shelley's got something to share, and Shelley, you need to unmute. Shelley, let's have you unmute. Okay, go ahead, Shelley.
Hello. Hello, Cindy. Can you hear me?
I can, Shelley.
I'm picking up an older woman. I'm feeling that this may have been a mother or someone close to the mother, like an aunt, a mother or an aunt. I'm picking up feminine energy, and I'm picking up very strongly a mother. I'm seeing her in bed, which is telling me that there was some type of illness, that she was not feeling well, that there was some type of illness, that I feel that she hanged on for as long as she could. It's something that she was dealing with for a long time, and and she tried to hang on. She was more concerned about the family than her illness. She was more concerned about the family not being hurt, but not being hurt by what she was going through, by her illness. So that's why she hanged on for as long as she could. And I still feel she has concerns about her children. I feel that there are siblings. I'm feeling a sister close to you, and it's either a brother or it's another sister that has kind of that's more aggressive and has more masculine energy. So she is concerned about her children, and she says, I'm okay on the other side with my parents, and I'm okay, and I don't want you to suffer over my loss, because truly I'm okay, and that I'm still around you and the other two siblings. I'm still with you, and that I have not left you, and that I'm not going to leave you, and that I'm here for you, and that you can talk to me, and that you could speak to me, and I will be here for you, and somehow give you a sign to let you know that I'm here and that I can hear you. So was it your mother who had passed away?
Yes, Shelley. Yes, it was. That was 6 months ago. That was my second loss. In fact, my sister's on this. You're right on. I do have an older sister that we are all concerned about, and mom was always worried about her. And we didn't find out about her breast cancer until a month before she died. So I took her into my home and we took care of her here. And so Shelley, you hit it on the nail.
Oh, thank you.
Great.
Your sister is with the mother, and that might have been the sister that I was picking up because I saw 3, and I felt like strong energy from her. So meaning that she may have known earlier about the cancer than what she, because she's telling me, I knew earlier, I just concealed it from my family because again, like the mother, she did not want there to be suffering over her passing.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Shelley. All right, we've got Susy, Sally, and Donna in line. So go ahead, Susy.
Hi, Cindy. I also got the maternal energy that she felt bad about it. So she felt very guilty about it. What she asks you to do is to forgive her. But she is all right over there. She's out of pain. And if you can just let go of that guilt and the guilt for her, that exchange of energy I was talking about when it comes to forgiveness. And I'm also seeing a masculine energy just over your head in the picture. Whether that's, I feel like that's more of a guide. So as far as the guide is concerned, it would be an angelic. So of course it's going to be Michael because he always butts in. But Raphael is with him too. And Raphael is very much about healing. And with the energy of those two, Michael and Raphael working together, they are encircling you with this protective like wings, if you will. These feathers are coming around you. If you want to continue speaking with these or working with these, not only guides, but those who have crossed over, ask them to send you a signal. You can set up that criteria. There's that story I tell where somebody set up 3 signals, the last one being something so absurd like Paul Allen's ring. And by golly, he was standing in line in front of her and she saw the ring in the newspaper. And so you can talk to them. You've already had a relationship with your mother, but you can talk to her now about things you never thought you could. And these masculine energies will hold you in this place where you feel safe. There is nothing you cannot say to any of these folks. So you can let go and release all the energy, reclaim your energy. And yeah, that's all I'm getting right now. Thanks.
Thank you, Susie. Thank you.
Thanks, Susy. All right, we've got Sally and then Donna.
Hi, I did also feel your mom right away. I also felt a male around you. I think it was an actual person that might have passed though. So was one of the recent ones a male as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not sure of the energy of what this person, what the relation was with this person. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was your father, but I feel like it was more someone closer to your age.
It's my son.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that would make a little bit more sense. Like, well, I knew it wasn't above you. So, okay, don't tell me too much though. Yeah. Okay. So this person, yeah, I felt this person's energy immediately. And what I'm getting from them is they're very worried about you and how you are taking this loss and all the losses, but specifically this loss. That's why this male was the strongest one to me. And I just feel that this energy, and you said it was your son, so that makes sense. I feel like he's protecting you as a mother, so I feel like he was very close to you, or he would have maybe been a mama's boy, or he would have been that energy that would have wanted to take care of you, like protect you, like no one messes with my mom type of thing.
Yeah, he definitely had that
Yeah,
Right.
so that's the energy that I'm getting. He's still projecting that energy towards you. Like he's still worried about my mom, making sure you're okay. I don't want to go too deep into this, but I feel like he's kind of apologizing for however this passing happened. Again, I don't want to go too much into it because I don't know what you're comfortable with, everyone hearing, but
I'm
he has an
comfortable.
apology.
I'm very comfortable with anything.
Okay, I feel as though he has an apology for some kind of involvement that he might have had with his passing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so he wants to say he's very sorry, and he feels that he let you down, you know what I mean? But he still at the same time is like so protective over you. So it kind of doesn't make sense because it's like he wanted to protect you, but then he did something or he contributed some way to hurting you. So he's apologizing for that because it's like the last thing that he would have wanted to do was hurt his mom. That's what he's saying. But he's just making me feel like whatever he was battling or struggling with, he just couldn't, I don't know, he just couldn't see another way out of it. But he just has so much love for you and he really wants you to not, and I feel like you are feeling guilty for this as well. So you're both feeling guilty, he's feeling guilty for doing whatever this was, and you're feeling guilty for like not maybe stopping it or preventing it or something like that. Does that make sense?
A little bit, yes.
Okay, so the bottom line is the message that I'm getting is how much he loves you and how much he wants to protect you and how much he does not want you to continue to feel all of the sadness. And he's just saying he wishes that there was something he could do to make you not feel that pain anymore.
Thank you, Sally.
You're welcome. But I'll leave you with that because I know other people have something to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Donna, go ahead.
Hi. While I've been listening to everybody, your doggy's been coming through to me. So this is about Jacko. And the first thing I saw was water, but of course, don't feed the psychic, but Black Labs love water. So that might have been subconscious on my mind, but I did see water. But what I did see was him as when he was younger, I don't know about 12 years, but when he was younger, he was a very energetic dog, full of just fun and playfulness and strength. And so what I saw in his crossing over was, it was absolutely a jumping. He actually jumped into his crossing over, not just walked quietly, but he jumped. And he said he so happy to be running like the wind. And he asked me to tell you to watch for him in fast moving clouds, because he said, when you see him in those clouds, keep his energy. He's saying, I'm free, I'm free, I'm free. So that he's like the fast moving clouds. And he says, yes, you miss me. And he said, he knows your grief and he knows how much you miss him. And he's sorry that he had to leave. But one of the things that he wants you to do in your grieving for him is he's asking you to please light him a candle and then sit in front of that candle and please say out loud or write it down what you're grateful for that he gave you, not that what you're missing in him, but what he actually gave you. And he said he gave you love, he gave you his funniness, he gave you devotion, he gave you protection. And he's actually showing me that when you were very sad at these other deaths that came into your life, he actually put his paw on you and he was staring at you and he was trying to show you how much he was sympathizing empathetically with you at the loss. And I don't know if you're ready for this, but okay, this is the rest of it. You can take it for what it's worth. He says, yes, he says, you miss me, but I'm coming back. He said, our life path is not done yet. And he's coming back and he's saying, as he comes back, he said, please, could I please have obedience lessons this time? I don't know if he was pulled you around on a leash or whatever, but he's saying, please, would you please make sure that I get obedience lessons right away this time? He's saying he's coming back, not black, but brown. He's going to be pretty big, like a lab maybe. He said he'll be around 4 to 6 months old. And he wants a new name, and he doesn't want any J letter in it. He's told me like Shirley or Shiraz or something like that, but you pick what you want. And he said, when you see him the first time, he said he's going to be wiggling. His little tail's just going to be going back and forth. He said, but look for me in the eyes, because that's when you'll know that it's me. And he said, this time he's coming back. He's going to be could be a female, coming back very sweet, very quiet, very tempered dog. And he said, at this point in your life, with all of the grief that you've been through, he says, you do not need a high octane dog. So I will be coming back to you as you need. So I hope that helps you. I would recommend not really looking for him, because he will find you when the time is right. He will come into your life. So I hope that that helps you with grieving for his loss, because I know how hard it is losing a dog. It's really, really hard. So best to you, dear.
Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you.
Hey, great. And so I know Marya is going to jump in, and then I want to say one other thing when we're done. So go ahead, Marya.
Yes, I still feel his paw on my leg above the knee as I sit. And I feel that he does and Donna mentioned that he put his paw on you and looked into your eyes when you were feeling so much pain and so much sadness with your losses. And he wants you to know that if you feel his paw on your leg like that, it's him. That he puts his paw on you, and he's right next to you, looking up into your face with his beautiful eyes.
Oh, thank you. That's
You're
good.
welcome.
So the one little bit I'm going to share, it's not about what you asked. In your photo, my attention keeps going to your daughter. So they're both daughters, your younger daughter. And she's someone who I imagine feels really deeply, and she doesn't always share all of what's happening with her feelings inside. And so given all that's happened, I would really connect with her and support her.
Yeah, we're very close, and definitely up in the corner. That's not my daughter. That's just yeah, that's my daughter's the one right next to me, and you can see that. I mean, she's absolutely like a unicorn. She's perfect.
Well,
but yes,
her talents are artisan and priestess. And when priestess is second, there can be a perfectionism where they hold a lot inside and they don't share all that's happening emotionally, even though they feel so much. And the artisan and priestess, they're very open, intuitive. She's very empathic. And so you have a lot of that capacity too, but you have a lot of strength, and she has a much softer flavor.
Oh my God, you're so right. Exactly right.
Yeah, so just ensure that, because she might not be sharing with you all that she's feeling about everything.
Okay, I'll very, very much so. We've been talking every single day. So
great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your question.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone. That was very, very helpful.
Great. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's see. So who's next? We've got 3 more people in line, everyone. We've got 40 minutes and one person has several questions. And so let's see what we can get through. And if a few of us can stay just like 10 or 15 minutes late, we'll do that if everyone can. If the people asking questions can. So we've got Natalie, and then Camille, and then Jessica. So Natalie, you're next. Let's find where you are and I'll get you into the front. Natalie, okay, great. All right, Natalie, go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your gifts with us all. Thank you. I just was wondering what might come up and would love to connect with my loved ones, humans, and my precious dog.
And sorry, I just heard a little bit of trouble hearing that. You said what might come up, connect with your loved ones, and what else about that?
And my precious dog.
And your precious dog. Okay, great, great. And your precious dog is still here or not still here?
No, none of them. No, yeah, no.
Okay. And then Donna would love to get your dog's name and color.
He knows about Bella.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Great. All right. So who wants to share with Natalie? I know everyone's going to be checking in. Yeah, and Sally's got something. Go ahead, Sally.
Sorry, I'll give it a shot. I was trying to, kind of connect a little with the voice. And do you have okay, do you have a father figure in spirit?
Yeah.
Okay.
A grandfather.
Okay, I was gonna say, okay, would it be on your father's side of the family?
Both.
Okay, I feel like it might be your father's father. This is the first energy I felt. He just seems like a very pleasant man. Super sweet. I feel like he was very loving. Would you have been close to him? Did you meet him and spend time with him?
I was young, but I'm told we're very similar.
Okay. So because I was trying to pull into your relationship and your, the time that you spent together. I think that even if it was just short, he was so, I feel like he would have been in love with the girls type of thing, the very sweet and nurturing type of personality that he had. The granddaughter would have been very precious to him. I feel like he was very close to you. He would have liked to, like, even, I don't know, I just see him being very playful with you, kind of getting down on the ground and playing with you. I'm not sure if you remember any of that stuff, but that's the energy I feel with him. He seems like he is also was a very hard worker too. So I think he would have been very busy and he wouldn't have had a lot of time maybe to spend with his family. So the time that he did spend with you was very precious. That's what he's telling me. And it could also be that he didn't have many years with you, but he's just emphasizing how the time that he got to spend with you was so precious to him. That's what he's saying. I think that he is very proud of, would that make sense to your dad's dad, this energy? Okay. I think he's very proud of the person that you've become. I think and your father's still alive. Okay. Yeah. I think that he is also saying that he's very proud of your father too, for the man that he is and the family that he created. Are you close with your dad?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. Because he's telling me he's proud of him, but then at the same time, he was like, but he was kind of telling me that there was some kind of, divide between the two of you is what I feel. Okay. So I think that even though he's coming through as proud of his son and the family that he created, I think he's also saying that your father wasn't exactly like him in his personality. So I don't know that you and your father get along the same way, you know what I mean, that you would have with your grandfather, if that makes sense. I don't know how much you want to know in the public forum, so I don't want to go too much.
Anything.
Okay. So I always want to ask because it's public and, but I do feel like he is saying that it's almost like he's saying that even though he's not 100% proud of like some of the things that his son has done, it's like still his son. Do you know what I'm saying? And he still believes, I guess, in him in terms of that he could have a better relationship with you. So I don't know if maybe he's encouraging you guys to kind of work on that relationship and try to get through all the blockages that are there. Because I do feel like he's telling me that your father loves you very much. It's just maybe he doesn't know how to show it, or he hasn't always shown it as much as he needs to. But he is just telling me how much he just loves and adores you and is just so proud of the woman that you've become. And he's telling me everything that you've accomplished. And despite, anything that might have happened in your upbringing. So does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. I'll leave you with that because everyone else has stuff to say and I know we're on a time. But okay, thank you.
Great. Thanks, Sally. All right, we've got Shelley, and then one second, I gotta let someone else in. Shelley, then Susy, then Marya, then Donna, then Cindy. All right, so Shelley, you're next, and please unmute first. Please unmute, Shelley. Great, should be able to
Okay.
hear you now.
Can you hear me, Natalie?
Yes.
I was picking up an aunt. I feel most people in the family are kind of have dark hair, dark eyes, or darker in color. And this aunt felt to me that she had lighter hair, possibly she may have dyed it blonde, or it may have been grayish. Because I'm seeing her having being lighter and having lighter coloring than the rest of the family. So I'm picking up an aunt, and I'm picking up that this aunt would have been related to your mother. Did your mother have a sister that passed away?
She didn't, no.
Did your father have a sister that passed away?
No.
Oh, okay, because she's referring to herself as an aunt, or she's also saying that she could be perhaps a great aunt. And if she's a great aunt, that means that she could have possibly been a sister of your grandmother. Did your grandmother have a sister?
She did, yes.
Okay, then that's who I'm picking up. Yeah, I wasn't sure whose aunt she was, but now I'm picking up that's the grandmother, and that is the grandmother, and the grandmother I feel is also on the other side. The grandmother and the aunt. I don't feel that you may have had much of a relationship with the aunt, or really had met the aunt, that she may have passed away before your grandmother passed away. But they're both, coming through, and they're saying that you need to be closer to your family. That you said you tend to be kind of distant. That there might be some issues in the family that are making you feel distant, and that those issues need to be healed. They're saying, both of them are telling me those issues need to be healed, and that you need to be closer to your family. And they're asking you to please try to be the peacemaker and be the one that comes forward to try to heal the issues and be close to them. And they said that you would know what issues I'm referring to. So your grandmother and great aunt are saying that you need to be closer to the family and not spend so much time alone or by yourself.
Yes.
Did you have any questions for them?
I would just love to hear more from my grandma. I miss her so much.
Your grandma, okay, I'll connect to her, because the aunt was the one coming in the strongest. Your grandmother says that she really feels your sadness. Have you been sad? Because she's saying, I feel your sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she said, I'm feeling your sadness. I am trying to heal you. I'm trying to heal your heart. Because it looks like there's some things that have happened to make you feel sad. That there was some kind of loss. Was there some kind of loss that made you feel sad?
Yeah.
And was there a loss with someone who passed away, or was there a loss of a relationship?
It's the grief of my loved ones and my dog.
Oh, that it has been people passing away. Oh, okay. Because she says there also was a loss of a loved one who didn't pass away, someone that you may have had some kind of relationship involvement that ended.
Yes.
And she's saying that that person is thinking about you and may be contacting you.
I hope so.
Yeah, she's saying they're going to contact you, that they're thinking about you, and that relationship may be healed. Because I feel there's just been a lot of loss and a lot of sadness over the loss of losing loved ones. But she says we're all together here on the other side, and we are happy to be together, and we're sending you love, and we're still with you, and please do not be sad because we're still with you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear.
Thanks, Shelley. All right, we've got Susy and then Marya, then Donna, and then Cindy.
Hey, Natalie. So who I see behind you is just like this huge number of women behind you, and their hands are palms out, sending you all of this love and support. They are, it feels like they're like grandmother's grandmothers. So we're talking about 4 back. You've got this incredible lineage of women support here. They understand that sadness is a part of life, and that you can go through it, whether you get used to it or you release it. It is up to you, but it is part of the catalyst for your purpose on earth at this time, to work through ancestral healing. There is quite a bit of ancestral healing that you are a catalyst for. No, it's not a question of you need to. They're being pretty forceful about it, saying that this is what your task is, to heal your family and to heal yourself. These are ancient wounds that have been carried forward. Some have been the result of interpersonal relationships, and others have been part of cultural wars. I thought I was like, cultural wars, that's big, but there is quite a bit of past lives in aristocratic or higher level kind of families there, and your relationship with that authority. It's authority. They're going, good, thank you for listening. It is that relationship with authority that you get to heal, that you get to work through. Yeah, I just got so caught up in the image of these women holding you from behind. They have your back, quite literally. Call on them for support. It feels that there is, if you do ceremony, great, that sitting with the candle, and you just get some sort of oil, like essential oil, that resonates with you, and you anoint the candle with it, and you sit, take a moment. Meditation for me is like a deep nap. So if you just can take time to breathe a little bit and breathe in with intention. I call on my grandmothers, or I ask for healing, whatever intention you do with the breathing, with the candle, and give yourself, start off with 5 minutes. It's okay. It doesn't have to be big or elaborate, and allow them. Oh, they're saying allow them to take that sadness on. You can pass it on to them, for they feel it too. It will be a part of your DNA and of your makeup because you love so deeply. And that is one of the best things that as a human we have, is to be able to love, and to love so deeply. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So thank you. Thank you for sharing, and for sharing your heart with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Susy. All right, we've got Marya, then Donna, then Cindy.
Hi, Natalie. Like Sally, I felt on your father's side, grandfather energy, but before that, I felt a sadness, a loss. It's sort of like a hole over this area, not necessarily a hole in your aura, but a hole in terms of something's missing in your life, you feel, in terms of masculine support and masculine energy, masculine caring. and that you really would like to have that in your life. And one of the reasons that the grandfather on your father's side came through was to let you know that he does know about you, he does notice you, he does care about you, and he doesn't want your feeling of loss, of not being supported by men in your life, masculine energy, not to let you, don't let it cause you to call into question your value and your self-worth. Okay. Because that sort of missing thing for you has nothing to do with who you are or anything that you did. Okay. It's a layered and complex part of the mix of souls, you know, in your family, and then also in your soul learning in relationships. But never call into question your self-worth and your value, because you are very valuable and you're lovable. And these difficulties or losses, this feeling that something's missing in your life, doesn't have anything to do with who you are or your value as a person. And your grandfather would like you to know that. He's saying that he may not have been able to say something like that in his life when he was here in the physical, but he understands that now, and he wants you to know that. And that's why he's come through today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Marya. All right, Donna.
Hi. I've already done a reading with Bella, so I'll just leave you to hear if anybody else has anything else that they want to add about you, Bella. Okay.
Okay, great. And if you have something else you want to share afterwards, go ahead, Donna. So Cindy.
Hi, Natalie. Okay, so I'm going to focus on you and you moving forward just a little bit, okay? Is that okay with you? Yes? All right. When people step up and they want to help you, please say yes. And don't say, I don't need it. Or if they give you something and you don't want it, just say thank you and take it. And then you can always give it away if you don't need it, okay? I want you to dream way bigger than you're dreaming, okay? You have tiny dreams. I want you to look at, where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years, okay? And bring that whole picture together, all right? Again, you stay positive. Say those affirmations in the morning when you first wake up. Make sure you're attracting like a magnet the things that you really want to attract in your life, you know? And so do you work in the legal field at all? Okay, so that's one of your strengths. And it doesn't have to be actually in the field itself, but I see you helping community grow with your wisdom, okay? And you're really a good like researcher, and you really believe in helping other people. So and so in some form, the justice system awaits you in your career path. So I want you just to be open to that. You know, you're very smart and intelligent, and you like to read, correct? Yeah. All right, so let's talk about relationships, i.e., do you have an ex?
The one that Shelley was talking about.
Okay, so sometimes we pine away for people or what we thought was going to be good for us, you know, and I just want to remind you to release your ex so that you can step forward into a better relationship coming forward, okay, instead of thinking that that one was the one and only one, okay? So you have to kind of, I know you're learning a lot, okay? So sometimes we like to control things, and guess what? We don't control anybody but ourselves. Sometimes those lessons are really hard to learn. Take it from me. And so if you find yourself in codependent relationships, I want you to kind of step back and analyze that a little bit, okay? So I see a lot of success for you coming forward and a lot of family support. Just open your heart and ask for them to help you every day. They're standing around waiting to be asked for what job do you need them to do? Okay. I think that you're very intuitive as well. I think that you are very clairvoyant. You probably see things, visualize things. And I want you to visualize that beautiful future that lies ahead of you, that you are creating with the thoughts that you think today and stepping forward into this beautiful future for tomorrow. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great. Donna, is there anything else that you want to share, given that we...
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Okay, and just Natalie, I want to check, did you have any other question about anything about Bella, or just responding to any what people shared?
No, that's all. Can I ask if my friend is around at all?
Go ahead, whoever has anything, if you want to jump in. Susie, you're muted. Okay.
Yeah, I would, I'm feeling that they are off doing some healing work on their own right now. And as they do their healing, it feels like there's like really deep heart hurt. Yeah, it's over on the right. So there is some heart healing they need to do on the other side, and they'll be back, but just don't, you can send them love, hold them in your heart, but they need to take a break between what they had in body and what they've got outside. So it's like they're refilling, they're recharging.
Thank you.
Sally's got her hand up. Go ahead, Sally.
Hi. Okay. I did feel an energy of younger person. The thing of it is, I couldn't tell if it was a male or a female, which was interesting because I usually always get I'm leaning towards like a male, maybe. Okay. So it was a female. So this female, would she have been a little bit more, because the reason I was getting that, I was almost felt like it was a male that was a little bit more female. So, or maybe a female that was a little bit more male energy. So like a little stronger personality maybe is why they were coming through as a male. So I feel like it would have been the opposite of you, where you're a little bit more quiet and reserved. This person would have been like way more assertive and not like loud, but you know what I'm saying? Like a stronger personality is what I feel. So if this is the person I'm feeling, then and as you said, this was your friend, so she would have been close to your age, right? And do you understand that she would have been completely different in personalities to you?
We're very similar, but she was very assertive.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm getting. I'm trying to, because this is weird. I'm almost feeling like this person, like you said, was very similar, and she would have looked almost like you as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I now that she's coming a little closer, I'm almost feeling even like a sisterly vibe that I'm getting. So it was like you guys might have looked alike, people might have thought you were sisters, but I also feel like she was different in so many ways, like especially the assertive, maybe a little bit more fun and party type of attitude or personality than you. Yeah, I definitely I do think she's around you for sure. She just seems like, I don't know why I keep getting this party vibe from her. Would she have had a lot of, maybe done a lot of behaviors and stuff that maybe got her into some trouble?
She just loves to have fun.
Okay. Yeah, but would have you been maybe the voice of reason with her to be like, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, or you should probably not do some of those things?
It was in college, so not really.
Okay, that makes sense, because that's kind of what I'm getting. So I feel like, because what she's making me feel like is that you kind of kept her grounded. You kind of kept her from doing a lot of maybe some things that she shouldn't have been doing, is what she's saying, or you tried to do that. I think that I'm sorry, my dog is going crazy in the background. So I think that she is around you for sure. And I also think that she's coming forward with thanking you for being in her life, thanking you for supporting her and being her friend. She's making me feel like, not that it was difficult to be her friend, but you know, sometimes you guys might not have, like I said before, been on the same page with things. And she is just very appreciative of your friendship. She is, so were you guys, was it just college that you were close?
A little bit after that too, but mostly we were roommates. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
that's-
I feel like two peas in a pod. That's the energy I'm feeling with you guys. So I feel like you would have done a lot of things together all the
Every-
time, like been around each other all the time. Yeah, that's I just feel like, and I do feel this is not. I don't want to this to come across wrong, but I think you might have been a little smarter than her too, as far as like your schoolwork, or maybe there was just something about her where she was a little bit rebellious. That's what I keep getting. And she's just very appreciative that you were there during those years. And I feel like she's saying that she would never have gotten through those years if you weren't there with her. That's what she's saying. And she's just, that's the message I'm getting. She's just very appreciative. And she just keeps saying, I wouldn't have made it through. I wouldn't have been able to do it. She was smart. She helped me. She kept me grounded. That's the energy that I'm getting. And if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope she's okay now. I do.
Oh yeah, she seems completely fine. She seems exactly like, to me, she's coming across exactly as she was when she was here, which was, fun. And I know that Susy did say that she needs healing, which I'm sure that makes complete sense as well, because of all the things that she probably went through, especially passing at a younger age. There had to have been a lot of, things that still needed to be done and still needed to be healed. So that makes sense as well. But she's coming across to me right now in a very positive way with a lot of energy. And that might just be to show you exactly who it is, so you knew. So you're seeing her as she was here on the physical plane.
All right, Marya has something too. Marya, go ahead.
Yeah, when you brought her up, I felt, well, before I knew it was a female, and I felt her behind you on your left. And so I feel as though she's saying, I have your back. I'm following you. In other words, I'm, checking in with you and watching over you at times. And she does have long hair. It's wavy, a lot like your hair, but it looks lighter to me. And I was getting a sense of an A name associated with her.
Her middle name, yeah.
So I do feel she's with you, especially at times, and that you can always think of her, think about the things that you enjoyed doing with her, and the fun that you had, and the feeling of having such a good friend. And you'll enjoy feeling her presence in that way. I have a sense too that if you haven't already, you're going to feel like when the windows open in the spring and a breeze comes in, there'll be some kind of feeling that breeze will bring to you that will, where you'll feel her presence with you. Like a breath of fresh air.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And she is happy, and she is doing, well. It's okay. She's okay. And she wants you to know that.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Great. All right. Thanks so much. All right. Thanks, Natalie, for your question. Let's see. So we've got two more left. Let's see what we can get to here. So we have, so Camille, if I'm pronouncing your name right, let's have you come up. All right, Camille, and Camille has a few questions. So yeah, go ahead.
Hi, good night, everyone. I just want to say thank you for sharing your medium and your presence. It's been a blessing. It's my first time. Where do I start? I don't want to say too much, but my first question is connecting with a loved one that passed. My dad passed, but if he's not able to come through, I guess anyone that wants to like come through, and then my question will follow after that. I think I just need like a little more like guidance from them. But if you need me to say more, I'll say more, but I don't want to feed too much information.
And then also I want to mention, so we're getting close to time. So practitioners, if any of you have to leave like right on time, please go ahead and go early on if you have something to share, and then share all your contact info so people watching the video can reach out to you if they want to connect with you. So yeah, practitioners, I don't know if anyone needs to leave like right on time or if everyone can stay a little bit. Let me know so I know, so you can get in early. Okay, well, we've got Marya in line and Sally in line. If anyone needs to leave early, share your contact info so we can get you in. And then, oh, just Galaxy, we don't have participants raise their hands. If you have a logistical question, write me in chat and I can write you about that. All right, go ahead, Marya.
Hi, Camille.
Hi.
Your dad, I'm feeling your dad, and he's saying to you not to feel guilty. There's some guilt you're having about him or his passing, and he wants you to drop that there's no need to feel guilty. He loves you very much, and you're a good person. At the core of you, you're a very good person, and you need to know that he knows that, and he feels no need for you to feel guilt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Sally, go ahead, Sally.
Hi, yeah, I was trying to tap into your dad as well. With your dad, I just feel, I'm not sure if you were very close to him or if there was some kind of a divide at the end, or even throughout your childhood. I don't feel, not that he doesn't love you, but I don't feel closeness. And I think he's trying to show me that there was a little bit of a divide. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So but after that, I'm being rushed with emotions for you. So I feel like he wants you to know how much he loves you and how much he is apologetic for not being there and present with you when he should have been there in your life. I don't feel like he made the right decisions. I don't feel like he made the right choices. And I can't even say he was young, because I don't know that was even it. It's just he's just saying he's sorry. He's not even explaining why. Does that make sense? Like, he knows that it wasn't right, and he knows that he shouldn't have done those things. But he does come forward with so much love for you. Do you have children?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so he's bringing forth the children as well. I'm not sure if he didn't get to meet them or if he didn't get to be in their life, but he is bringing forward that he acknowledges that the children are there and that he is very proud of you and proud of the mother that you are towards your children. That's what he's saying. Like, the mother that you are, he was not that to you as a father. And he's acknowledging how much you are not like that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so he wants to let you know that he's very proud that you were able to break that chain, so to speak, and to be there for your children and be present for your children. Do you have boys too?
No, I only have one girl.
One girl, okay. I feel like there's a boy around him too. Does he have another grandson maybe?
I was his only birth child, but he had like stepkids.
Okay. All right. I don't know. He's acknowledging a boy, but we'll just go past that because I'm not really sure what that is. Do you have a cousin also that has passed over? Okay. Was that a boy?
No, it was a girl.
Okay.
But yes, I do have a cousin that passed like a few weeks before him.
Okay.
But I didn't know him while it was on his side.
Okay. I do feel like a cousin energy too. It could be a female, because I immediately felt a cousin around you. So let me see if I can get to a little bit. Okay. I think you're right. It's probably the girl that's there. Were you very close to this girl?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right. So she is actually there too. Would she have been related to your dad at
Yes.
all? Okay, all right. So they're together. You know, and it probably doesn't make sense to you, but what I feel like when people cross over, anything that was going on here kind of goes away and they're together, especially if they need to come and bring a message to you. So I'll try to make it quick because I know we're on time and I don't want to go too much, but I think that your cousin's message is that she misses you and she loves you and she enjoyed all the time that you spent together. I feel like you were very close together and you would have done a lot of things together and spent a lot of time together, especially as kids. She doesn't want you to feel sad and lonely either. She's saying that you feel a little lonely lately. Does that make sense? And she wants you to not feel that loneliness. Gosh, she has a lot to say, so I'm trying to not go too much. So are you single or
I don't know what my relationship status is.
Okay.
To me,
Well,
I'm single,
okay,
but to somebody else.
No, okay. What I think what she's trying to say is that she feels that you're feeling lonely because of that. And I do think she's saying that someone's going to come into your life. That's what
Someone
she's
new?
like. Yes, someone new.
Okay.
Yeah, someone new is going to come into your life, and she's saying that she thinks that you feel lonely and that she wants you not to feel that way, and that she's reassuring you that someone's going to come into your life. And yeah, I always ask, but I don't. She was very insistent to say that, so
Okay.
I didn't want to say too much about your personal life. But they're both together. They're both sending you love. Your father is sending you an apology for not being there. He wants you to know that he loves you. He wants you to feel the love that he had for you. And you know, that I'll just leave you with that because I know somebody else has to say something.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great. Go ahead. Let's see. We've got Susie and then Cindy.
Hey, more than anything, what the biggest message that I got from him not only was the love, but that you were a part of a soul contract you two developed in between lives. It was a hard decision to make, but you helped him learn a lesson about love and relationships. And he says, I'm good now. I don't have to put anybody else through that right now. So there is so much gratitude to you for that. And he said, yeah, there was, feels like there was a lot of conversation in between lives. And so when you two decided to manifest and to incarnate in this life, that was the thing. He wasn't crazy about it, but then it happened. And so now he is so much better for it. That's the important thing. He is so much better for it. And so he thanks you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. Cindy.
Hi, Camille.
Hi.
Okay, so I want to remind you that you actually have a lot going on for yourself, okay? I want you to believe that and start watching for synchronicity coming into your life. But I'm cautioning you, okay, to only hang out with positive people. Yeah, stay positive. Otherwise, that synchronicity is kind of like washed out. So I want you to hang into that vibe of synchronicity. You have a huge heart. Oh my God. Your grandfather steps forward and he says, please, dear child. He goes like this, dear child, just call on me for support. That's all he says. So don't forget, okay? He's right there, you know. In fact, he's right behind you right now that I see. He wants you to reward yourself for all the hard work you've been doing. Yeah. You're on the right path. I want you to know that, okay? Are you changing your career?
That was going to be my next question. I want to go to the next step, but I'm having like real block, like real block. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of confidence, all right? Okay.
I'm saying Camille paid for a few questions, so go
Oh.
ahead and say whatever is here for you.
Yeah, I'm open. Be
Okay, 'cause
as candid as you can be.
Okay, so here we go. Yes, the career change is the right move for you. You already know what you want to do, all right? So just step into it. So you've got to take the action steps. every single day. Even if you're afraid to do it anyway. Because, hey, if you don't, your guides can't help you. And one of your main guides is Archangel Michael. Okay, do you know him with the sword?
No.
Okay, just call in Archangel Michael for everybody, actually, and you can ask him, Archangel Michael, please clear me. Please put a big white light of peace and protection around me at all times. And he's actually going to help you in this career move. All right. And then let's get on to your love life. Okay, so yeah, I actually see someone, really.
You?
I do.
Okay.
You're gonna feel, yeah, I like how you say that. You do. Yeah, and this person is right for you. Okay, you're gonna have all those butterflies in your stomach and all that stuff. Oh my God, it's like you're gonna be on a honeymoon with this person. It's like, I've been waiting, but it's coming very soon, but it's not here yet, just so you know that. And it's going to stir up all these sexy feelings. And I know you're kind of a wild one, aren't you?
Very much so. It's a Virgo in me. Can't help it.
Okay, I don't know where you live, but hopefully it's warm outside so you can be free.
It's
Yeah.
warm. I just moved from New York to Florida, so I've been kind of a few steps back. It feels positive, but I'm not getting the positive energy within like it was a good move.
It takes time to put down roots, okay? But nature's your best bet. Go out there next to a tree and just say, breathe and love, and you're ready to meet your soulmate. That soulmate's there. Let's see. Let's look how far out. I don't know. It kind of looks like you may actually see each other and then you don't meet just yet. And then, so I'm hearing like 2.5 months.
Okay.
So that's not too far. So yeah, get busy with that career. Okay. Will ya? You are making the right decision.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
My other question will be, so I want to go to law school. And sometimes we have desires for ourselves and you make steps towards it, but then you're not getting the outcome. So you're kind of like questioning yourself, but I don't have a plan B. And I feel like maybe I'm too hard on myself, or maybe I'm rushing a timeline, or I don't know, but that is my plan A, B, C, D. I would love to have a new love interest, but for me right now, it's just law school. And I feel like, I don't know if I'm like crucifying myself mentally for this dream. I don't know if it's for me. Do you guys feel anything like that? Like when I say go to law school, I'm talking about either this cycle or next cycle, but it's all for me. Should I try a different route? Why
would you doubt yourself? Go for it. Just see yourself doing it. Visualize you in that law school that you want to go to. Time is, it's like, it's now. Stop the doubt. Just do it. So, when I score that, it's a 9 out of 10. Yes, do it. I actually hear but it's not in Florida.
Okay. I'm ready to go wherever. I just want to get in.
Have you ever applied to George Washington?
I don't like that school.
It might like you.
I don't think my stats are there for that school, to be honest, also.
Don't put yourself down. I need you to believe in yourself.
I'm going to jump in and share a little bit.
Okay, thanks.
So, and then did one of our practitioners disappear? Someone disappeared. So in your eyes, 2 of the talents I see are priest, priestess, and scholar. So priest, priestess sees how things are and how things could be. They want to inspire and motivate people to stretch and grow and make a difference. They can be super passionate about how change needs to happen in the world. And so I would imagine that you want to go to law school because you see a big change that you want to make, right? It might be underdogs you want to support, or just a big change you want to make out in the world about how something happens. And you back it up by information and data. But the big thing is that you're passionate about making the change. And so law school might be the route, but the big thing is that you're passionate about making a change, and you have the capacity to enroll a lot of people in making that change. You have a powerful voice. And so I would encourage you to follow that. And law school may be the way, totally could be the way. But the big thing is you're passionate about the impact that you want to make. And so I would focus on that. Go to whatever school is going to support you in that. Go to a school that has people that support your values and support like what's integrity for you. That's the most important thing. And put yourself around those people. And if it's not law school this term, like just do whatever else is needed, like get a job working with those kinds of people that will support you getting to school. Okay? I worked at an intellectual property law firm for a while and I took the LSAT. So I started going that path, but I didn't want to go to law school, but I kind of needed to given the job that I had, right? I run metaphysical and wellness fairs and too, and instead I'm an intuitive. So we all have our paths. So you really want to know what your purpose is and the impact you want to make, and just find the most strategic way that you can make it now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we've got Marya and Donna in line.
Hi again. What I saw was in regard to your career, it's like there's a classroom and there's 2 doors to the classroom. You know how sometimes a classroom will have 2 doors?
Mhm.
There's one door on the long side of the classroom on the left, and that's closed. And then around the corner, there's another door. And I think you thought you were supposed to go into that door on the left, but then if you just go around the corner, that door is going to open right up for you. And you're going to go right into the same room. It's just a little different door.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. Okay, we've got Marya in line and Donna. Go ahead, Marya. Oh, that you just shared. I mean, Donna's next. Okay, great. I'm calling Shelley.
Hi, I following what Marya just said, and this has nothing to do with me being intuitive, but because of the new way with Zoom and all of the colleges and institutions expanding out to do at-home learning or a mixture, I would ask you to think about that other door that she mentioned, because you may not need to be physically at a university or in a classroom. I mean, maybe at the end when you're polishing up at the end of the 3rd year, you need to have hands-on or at a law library or something. But just check out and look online or talk to attorneys or people that that are in the law area, and just ask them, how else can I get it other than just absolutely having to sit in a classroom for 3 years? Because I think you have a lot of other doors that will get you to the same place. You still get your law degree, you still get to practice, but you're not locked into that old time thing we have about a college or university being a building on a campus. Okay, so hopefully you find what you need, dear.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right. Well, let's see. So we've touched on a number of your topics. Do you want anyone else to share about another of those topics in particular? Or did you have another topic you want to ask about?
One more.
She came in asking about 4 questions, so we knew she had a few. Go ahead.
Me and my mom is in a weird place, very weird, angry, dark place. Do any of you guys see any healing to that? Should I keep keeping my distance and just let it rock out? Because her energy is just like too bad. Like she's not wishing me well, or maybe if she's doing it, it's just not coming out in a positive way. And that's one of the reasons for my move. I just wanted to separate, break ties, and start a new positive light for my daughter. I don't want her to, continue that cycle. Should I keep my distance or let it be or move in closer? But honestly, right now, my focus is on me. But if it's something that I need to adjust, because I lost my dad, I don't want to lose my mom and then be in this space of regretful rut also. But at the same time, I don't want to mix with her energy.
Yeah, so people are tuning in. Maybe I do better with photos. So I'll just say what I get right now. You are passionate. You have strong opinions. I'm not saying you should slow that down at all, but either you have strong opinions and see more potential and see something that your mom's not facing, not stepping into. And I encourage you to put that energy somewhere else where someone's willing to receive it. Or she's just got really strong opinions too. And you just have a bit of a, and it's part of how you express your love for each other, and just watch that You know that you're you, and her strong opinion doesn't have to impact you. You can just be there and be with it, and it doesn't have to impact you. You don't have to fight it back. Like, just know you. But yeah, if you see something you want her to face and her to change, if it's really toxic for you, step away from that. But I encourage you, put that attention somewhere else where someone really wants to receive it, and you'll make things easier with your mom.
Thank you.
Yes.
My daughter, would she be well? Like, is everything fine with her? I know she's like a toddler.
So Sally had something to share.
I just wanted to, about the mom or your mom situation. I feel you need to separate from your mom just for a little bit of time, because you are going to continue the cycle with her. It's not going to stop unless you take the time away. That's what I'm feeling. I just keep seeing this like pulling apart, right? To come back together at a later date and time. But you have to set boundaries with your mom. You have to be a little bit more self-care. Does that make sense? Like worrying about, like you said, worrying about yourself. You need to set boundaries with your mom, because I feel like your mom is a little manipulated too, and makes you feel guilty for even being successful sometimes, or having anything good in your life. She makes you feel guilty for it. And that's part of the reasons why I think you don't think that you deserve those things. So you need to set boundaries with her and let her know, but take the time away. Once you get established in school, come back and be like, I'm in school, not I'm going to school, I'm in school. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm doing well. And so what do you have to say? Do you know, that kind of thing? Maybe open up the door later after you get yourself, because I don't think it's going anywhere, as far as like, she'll be there when you're ready. You can work on it then. But the time away is going to actually make her maybe realize more too. Because I don't think she's ever really feared that you were totally going to leave. Do you know that? How that?
Yep.
Because she knows you're always going to be there. It's like that narcissistic like boyfriend who knows that you're going to be there no matter how he treats you. So you have to put that boundary between you, and you have to put that wall up to let her know that not this time. Nope, not this time. And you moved, which already probably sent her one message, but pull the energy away for sure, and get yourself situated and get your life in order, and plan it all out, and then step back and see how she reacts to it, and then step away again if you have to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, and Susie's got something.
And real quick, Camille, yes to everything everybody has said, but what you're setting up for your daughter is this is how you treat yourself. And that's going to only help her be better at what she is. She is a fierce, she's a toddler, but she's fierce and she's intelligent and she's paying attention. So you've got this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great, and Cindy's got something.
Okay, so there's a lot of past lives entwined in your relationships with your mother. Hello. Okay, so in one lifetime, let's see, she was your sister, so you guys were competitive. So there's still a little bit of jealousy. All right. I just go through the lives, and then I'm going to tell you how to clear it in my way anyway. And let's see, you were her mom, okay, in a past life. So you have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
And knowing how she acts and is gonna react. Okay, your daughter was your mom in a past life. So I think the nurturing is really going to be really fabulous for you, that relationship with your child. You know, she's gonna, be really there for you for where maybe your mom wasn't. Okay, so I'm happy for you in that. And to clear a past life, you just have to say to the person, you know what? You're not my sister, you're my mother. And as soon as you bring them into the present, that clears that lifetime. It's that simple. Okay. So just going forward, be around friends. You need some friends. Okay. Do you have friends there?
I kind of like cut ties with my best friend of almost 25 years. I'm just like here trying to see what the next focus, what the next dimension of Camille is. And so no to friends, but I'm very open to like creating new friends. I'm not like, I haven't like thrown her away, but I'm not ready to rekindle that yet.
Right.
If
Okay.
it's
So one of the
worth
tips on
frequency.
attracting right people is just listening to people's voices. Okay. And you're very intuitive. So you can just feel it on your body. If it feels right, then it's right to develop the new friendship. Okay. So because it's kind of exciting when you move, because everything's sort of new. It's a little awkward, but it's still exciting. So find your tribe, find your friends, make it a commitment of time to be with them if you can, where you live. And yes, I need you to get in the bath. You have a bathtub?
Yes and no. So it's 2 bathrooms. My personal bathroom is not a tub, but there's a tub in the house.
If you can, 1 pound of sea salt, 1 pound of baking soda. That's just regular sea salt. Mix the 2 together in a bath, and doesn't have to be a huge deep bath, but enough to flip over. And then what I want you to do is pull the plug and sweep your body like this, everyone and everything off me, and watch it go down the drain. And then, shower afterwards, and you're going to feel like $1 million.
Thank you.
All that stuff's going to be off you. I see a time of really you're being able to manifest everything that you want. So I want to really encourage you to realize that. Okay. So stay positive, take the risks, step out, and know almost everything that you try, you're going to be successful at. And so you just have to have faith in yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, great. We've got Susy and Marya. No, not Susy. Okay, Marya. Go to Marya.
Okay, I'm just hearing that you moved at the perfect time. You and your daughter are a unit, and it's the perfect time for her to have made this move, and you, because you are a unit. So your timing was really good. And that doesn't mean that you can't move somewhere else, or change where you're living or anything like that. It just means you made the right move at the right time. So if you're feeling any doubts about that, just let that go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And focus on the love. Focus on the love that you have. That's your power, rather than focusing on your fears or doubts or the what ifs.
Got it. Got it.
All right. And Camille, are we pronouncing your name right?
Yes.
Great. All right. Did you get to ask all your questions? I think we gave you
Just one last one.
If it's
one
quick,
last one, I
we can do
promise.
quick, and then we still got Jessica. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So currently I'm not working, but I've been applying out. I'm not struggling. I'm not where I want to be, not where I used to be. But will my finances be okay? I've applied for something and I just want to know if it's something I should put my energy in or just keep going.
And just a practical thing I'm going to put in the chat. I have a video 45-minute class on how I apply my eye readings to career path. And at the end of the video, I have some examples of relatively modern resumes. It's from like 3 years ago, but they're still relatively modern resumes. So you want to make sure that your resume is in a good format, because right now people get so many applications, like they spend 3 seconds to see if they want to spend another 10 seconds. Like, so you've got to grab them in the beginning with information at the top. Okay, Sally. I'm a hiring consultant, so I totally look at resumes and all that. Go ahead, Sally.
Oh, I'm not sure this has to do with your career, but it's something that I felt earlier, and I just didn't want to go too much into it. But I felt like there's some kind of scholarships too involved in your schooling that will be significant for you to help you along with your school. So if I feel like if you're going to do the schooling thing, you're not going to be able to work full time. You're going to have to probably, you know what I mean? Maybe just do some kind of even like work study or something of something like that's like what I'm feeling. But I feel like there's going to be some kind of scholarship involved with this. You need to really apply for every scholarship that you can possibly apply for, because I feel like something big is going to happen where you're going to get, because I think fear of money is a little bit with you with the schooling. You might be a little afraid that it's going to be too much money or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, no. I fear money with day to day, but with school, I'm like, I'm open to rack up the loans as long as I get in. I don't care.
Okay, well, then I don't think you're gonna need to rack up loans too much is what I'm saying. I think if you just need to apply for more scholarships.
Okay.
But I think that maybe if you're really serious about doing the schooling thing, you might not want to commit to a full-time job. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it might distract you from actually doing it. Once you get that job, you'll be set in that job, and then you won't want to finish school, or you won't want to start school. So maybe keep something a little lighter career-wise that you could have flexibility with.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
I feel so much lighter.
Great. All right. Anything else left, anyone? Okay, Cindy, go ahead. Just please keep it brief. Go ahead.
Okay, do you believe in the power of prayer?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Do you believe in the power of prayer?
Yes, I do.
She's moving location for this question, so just hold on. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you. Don't forget to do that, okay? You can call on your guardian angel and ask, please help me in this situation to make the right decisions and show me that you're working with me every single day, and be grateful for that help, okay? Focus on your priorities of what it is that you want to achieve. Write them out so that your guides and your angels can see them. And looks like you're going to make more money than ever.
I received that.
All right. And I sent it right to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for all your questions and your support of us having this panel and allowing us to support you. Great.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I'm still here though.
All right, let's see. So now we've got Jessica, and this is our last question. And by the way, everyone, I noticed that one more person asked a question, but I think she's not here anymore. I'm writing to her right now, and I will refund her. So yeah, if you're still here, right, you can connect to the chat with me. I don't see your name. All right, Jessica, you're up. What is your question?
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Your phone isn't set like to change angle though. You keep going sideways on this though. So maybe if you unlock the vertical, horizontal, kind of the rotation on your phone, that might work better.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're up and down now. Yeah, sure. Want you to be able to see us too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my question is about my past lives. I would like to know more about my lineage and my ancestors, since I feel like I have some indigenous heritage and gypsy. I mean, I'm originally from Colombia, and I feel a lot of indigenous roots in me. And another question about my past lives is, I have a feeling that my husband is my soulmate and that we've met in another life before. So, yeah.
All right, well, great. Susie's jumping in first.
Hey, Jessica. Yes. I'm not very clear on the concept of soulmates because that's something I want to learn about. But you and your husband have traveled about in this great big ball of time and space. There have been, and of course, because we all take on different roles. So there has been, let's see, there's one in which he was a small child, you were the mother. He's been, you all have been, you two have been all sorts of relationships to each other. I think what's important to note are the ones that in which you traveled separately, because we don't always share every single past life with each other, because I know I would just go nuts. But there have been lives where you have spent, you said you're Colombian, so I feel like you've got a lifetime or several. I mean, we don't have just like 2 or 3 lifetimes, we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
So you've got some in the tip of South America. Is that Chile or Brazil? You've had some there. Those were kind of calm, but you were also over It feels like during the Spanish Conquistador invasion. So you were part of that. You've moved your way up. You followed a path. There has been some, are there temples in Mexico? Where's
Uh,
Where's
yes,
Machu
there's some.
Picchu?
Yes, it's this Peru.
It's in Peru. Okay, so that's not Mexico. I know that. But
But I feel
Machu,
Mexican too, by the way.
okay, okay, but you do have some, what they're saying, Oaxaca?
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca. Okay, okay. So Oaxaca, you've been there. Um, as you've spent time as the shaman in what I perceive to be a cultural context. So you did the, what is it, ayahuasca?
Yes.
So you did a lot of soul travel. In fact, there was one point where the person who is the personality who's your husband now, you whoa, that's very cool. You did a lot of deep shadow work and was able to retrieve his soul from a deep, dark place. And
Really?
that is a big part of what connects you two, is that you have repeatedly, I'm sorry to make you cry.
No, I'm happy to hear this. No,
Okay.
what you're saying, I felt it before. So are tears of joy.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
honored to hear it. Yeah.
Okay. I feel
It's
better. So,
beautiful.
but that is, because I'm about to cry too, but that
Yeah.
has been the big part of this connection you two have, is that you have repeatedly gone into and done an amazing amount of shadow work to pull each other out, because part of the soul contract is that you work on not just love and light and blah, 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 but you go deeply into it. You dive so deeply into shadow work. And that is, it's what in shadow work, it gives you that balance, because if you see light
Yeah.
only, it's all flat. If you see dark only, then you run into things. So shadow and light,
Yes.
give you that depth of perception. You've also got some, and it's not just in the Americas. You've got some, it feels like in Africa.
In Africa.
Yeah, like Egypt.
Egypt.
Egypt,
Interesting.
yeah. But it feels that the Americas have resonated greatly with you. But yeah, y'all have spent time, I see, in Japan and China. Y'all have just really popped around, and that's just on the earth as we know it. So Lemuria comes up, and that was a beginning of you being able, you worked a lot with crystals.
With crystals, yes.
Yes, so I just got this one, and it feels like this is a sort of totem for you. But the birds, eagles, crows. Crows
I've been
talk to,
saying a lot of crows, yeah.
okay, they're talking to you. Ask them what they need, what they want to let you know, and then trust what you are hearing. Trust what you're hearing. They
My
have many
husband is here now.
messages.
Sorry.
Oh,
to
hi,
interrupt you.
husband. Nice to meet
We
you.
don't have life together. How are you?
I'm well. I'm on a roll. Let's see where else we can go. So the crows have a lot to tell you. You can listen to them. They will help you with. No, they're like, we don't want to talk to Susie. We're going to talk. Let's talk to Jessica. So, setting out an offering, whether it's, grain or corn, they kind of want corn, which harkens back to your South American lifetimes.
Okay.
Big stuff going on, and that's what I got. I'm out of gas. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Great. All right. Anyone else have something to share? Okay, Cindy, go ahead. Oh, let's see. So we've got Sydney, Marya, and go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so as you know, you were a gypsy. Yes. And guess what you did as a gypsy? You used to read tea leaves.
I used to read lip.
And so I think you could do that again.
Yes.
And find it super easy to do. You of course have been, a plant medicine woman. Sometimes that would be called a witch. Okay, but you're very, very wise, and you bring a lot of plant wisdom back into this lifetime where you're headed. I got that you and your husband have been together for at least 6 past lives. Yep. Okay, so do you have a book in you that you want to write?
I feel called to write. I was writing last night.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think you're going to be channeling some of the plants and they want to share their wisdom and you're going to be sharing that. You know,
Okay.
you're going to be able to step into that whole realm really
I'll be honored.
easily. I think that you feel strongly about nature and keeping the planet clean. And you do you work with flowers now yet?
Yes, and plants in a garden.
Yeah, because I think the plants are going to start talking to you.
Oh,
You're-
great.
Yes, and you're gonna come through with your own kind of color frequency knowledge for other people,
Okay.
and I like that. You just have to trust what you get as you move
Okay.
forward, okay? And then, okay, your intuition is like super, super good, so don't doubt yourself. When people want to help you, you have to say yes, okay?
Mhm.
And you know, it's a time of magic. I mean, go out there underneath that full moon and be you.
And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go out. That was my plans.
Okay.
I already
Yeah.
have a fire.
Oh, is that what that? Yeah, that light behind you kept flickering, and it was like, I wonder if that's a candle or where is she?
Yeah, I was outside and I had a candle on for the intention, and a lot of the messages for other people resonated with me somehow. So yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's great. All right, Marya, and then Sally.
Well, I second what Susie and Cindy said. And you know plants not as simply plants, but as conscious beings. You're connected with the consciousness of plants, and you've been working with them for many lifetimes. And the plants do speak to you. And it's more than medicinal, although that's a big part of it, but also the consciousness expansion, your consciousness expansion, and your soul travel is continuing. This has been going on for a long time. So it's continuing for you. It
Okay.
has so much depth to it. So that's what I have to say.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Sally, go ahead.
Okay, hi. I'm not very well good with the past lives, but I do feel that you have a very strong connection with your husband. I feel like a ride or die energy. That's just what I keep hearing. So both of you would do anything for each other. That's how I'm feeling. And it can be because of things that you had gone through in your past lives that created this strong bond where you protect each other and look out for each other and pretty much would do anything for each other. And I think that that bond is coming from the past and some of the things that you might have gone through. But I do feel like grandmother energy with around you as far as the mediumship goes. Would your grandmother have passed away?
One of my great grandmothers. Yeah.
Okay, your great grandmother. She is around you. And what it's interesting that you're saying that the other messages were for you, because I'm feeling like she's telling you to watch for the signs, to pay attention for the signs, that she's sending you signs and you're either questioning whether they're actual real signs or you're just not paying attention to them in some way. She's also telling me that she wants you to figure out what your life purpose is, because she's saying that you're questioning what you're here for, or you question yourself a lot. And she doesn't want you to do that, because she's telling you that you know exactly what you're here for and what your purpose is, and you just don't embrace it in some way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But she's sending you a lot of love. Was she a smaller woman?
Yes, she was tiny.
Yeah. She's so tiny. Yeah, she seems very sweet. But she's like, I was sweet, but nobody messed with me. That's what she's saying. Like she might be a little feisty too. And she's just sending so much love to you. She's so proud of you. She just knows that you're stronger than you think you are. She knows you're capable of way more than you think you're capable of. And she wants you to just embrace life and just run with that's what she's making me feel, run with every thought you have. Does that make sense?
Yes, completely.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
That was
welcome.
beautiful.
All right, great. Anyone else have anything to share? I guess before everyone shared all these other things, I was just going to reading your energy. Your energy felt so good and so conscious that I was thinking that you really were with your soulmate, and I didn't know about past lives. But I read eyes, so I'd want to see this person's eyes first. But just reading your energy, it felt really good. So I'm totally not surprised by all the things everyone shared.
Wants to see your eyes.
Oh, all right. Oh, there's a little bit of backlighting. It's really hard to see. Is there any way I can get a little more light?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go to the light now. Yeah, here's some more light here. He was taking a nap, so we woke him up for the news. All right.
Oh, great, great, fun. So one way that it's fun. One way that you're a little different is that you sometimes can be a little, Jessica, a little like intense of all the emotions that you feel and the depth that you want to go to, and he lightens things up. And so sometimes you're like, stop laughing, I want to go deeper. And so that's just like part of the dance that the two of you go through. So it just so partner, I don't know your name. It feels like part of your journey is to let go and let yourself go a little deeper too. And then Jessica,
His name is Clay, sorry.
Say it again.
His name is Clay.
Clay. Yeah, so it's like let yourself go a little deeper sometimes. I know sometimes it can be scary. She goes so deep. And then for you, Jessica, too, is sometimes it's for you to wander on your own and wander without him. Well, that's what I see.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Anyone else have anything to share? Anything else to share with Jessica? Clay.
Okay. Boys.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for your question and for waiting all the way till the very end. I know we've gone quite a bit late. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all you shared.
You are very welcome. All right, well, let's see, practitioners, let's go around again and just share the information about ourselves. So please share your name, your modalities, and then how people can get in touch with you online. And one person has already left, so I'm just going to share her information. That's Shelley Hofberg. She does mediumship, tarot, clairvoyance, and pet readings. You can find her at psychicshellyhofberg.com, and that's PSYCHICSHELLEYHOFBERG.com. Shelley Hofberg at gmail.com and 818-744-5241. And she's got a special if you were here tonight and you want to work with her. She's got $20 for 15 minutes or $35 for 30 minutes. All right, who else wants to jump in and share?
I'll go.
Yeah, just go.
Okay.
Susie.
I'm Susie Parker Goins of Blue Lightning Healing. Best way to get a hold of me is through email at Susy, that's SUSY, at bluelightninghealing.com. I'm a channel. I look at past lives. I do energy healing, help you, give you the tips and tools, teach you the techniques you need so that you can work and empower yourself. I've also got a podcast called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations on Spotify and some other platforms. My website's bluelightninghealing.com. And thank you all so much for an amazing event. Thank you.
All right, who else wants to jump in? Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Marya OMalley. I'm a spiritual psychic medium and mentor in the intuitive arts. And you can find me on my website, maryaomalley.com. That's MaryaOMalley.com. And I offer not only one-on-one readings and one-on-one mentoring, but I also have events and classes, and I will be starting a mediumship development circle. So you can also find me on Facebook at Marya OMalley, no apostrophe, and at Services for the Soul on Facebook. I do have a discount, a MeWe discount, and you can connect to me. You can find that connection in the flyer, and I see it in the chat to my website. So go ahead and check that out. It's been a wonderful evening
Just
sharing
make
with
sure, I wasn't listening to everything. Just make sure you say in the video all the basics because people in the video can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. So my Facebook is at Services for the Soul. It's under my name, Marya OMalley, no apostrophe in O'Malley. My website is maryaomalley.com. And on the flyer, you'll find a link to schedule an appointment. You can also contact me if you want to ask questions about your path and see if mentoring's for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Marya. All right, who else wants to go?
I'll go. Hi, everybody. It's been a pleasure to read for those who asked the questions, and I look forward to reading for more of you. And a reading with me is I act as a catalyst to increase your intuitive abilities, whatever those are. And you can find me online at psychicpalmistcindy.com. That's the easy way. Or you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, or at my regular website, cindymcgonagle.com. I do animal readings and I do people and pet readings, if that interests you. And of course, I do everything psychic medium. I am a certified shaman, and I also can do past lives. Thank you.
All right, who's next? Sally or Donna?
Hi, I'm Dr. Donna. You can reach me at dr.dlsauer@gmail.com. If you would like to have a reading for animal behavior, animal healing, talking with your animals that have crossed over. And I apologize for this one, but he's a dachshund and we're past supper time by an hour and he's very, very German persistent. So that is all I have to say right now. Enjoyed being with you.
Thank you so much, Donna. All right, Sally.
Hi, I'm Sally. I'm the psychic intuitive card reader and a psychic medium. I do card readings, tarot and oracle, and I do mediumship readings. Right now, all my stuff is jumbled because I have to put it all together in one name and I don't have a website, but on Facebook, I am Mama Sally's Spiritual Guidance. On Instagram, I'm just Sally Spiritual Guidance. My email address is mamasallyspiritgirl@gmail.com. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. And then I can send you my link tree with all of my stuff because I have an Etsy shop. My specials right now for you guys on the panel, that came to the panel, is $20 for a tarot reading for 20 to 25 minutes and $25 for a 30 to 45 minute mediumship reading. They will both be done over Zoom, but I also do virtual readings. It just varies. I can pretty much do anything. And also 25% off my Etsy shop with the coupon code of panel 25. And I enjoyed this. I really enjoy helping people and I'm very happy to be here. And I love all these ladies and I'm so happy that I met them. And that's all I have to say.
And I'm Laureli Shimayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and a body psychology coach. And I can read your eyes, read your soul, and answer all kinds of questions about your purpose and all kinds of other practical things in your life. And my sessions are 40% off if you've been here at the event. Sign up during the next week or so. So it's $90 an hour. It's normally $150 an hour. And we've got lots more events coming up at MeWeFairs.com. That's MEWEFAIRS.com. And a few of them that are coming up soon are, scroll. Where do I have them? Sorry, left-handed. I put them in the chat. We have on Friday, April 2, that's next Friday, we have a panel on Manifest Your Dreams. The following Friday, April 9, we have a panel on anything and everything. We'll take a question on anything all the time, but it's officially anything and everything for that one. You've heard some of the diversity tonight, what we can speak to. And then we have a panel on career paths, jobs, education, and purpose. So not so specifically about purpose, but really about what is the practical steps to take? What are the practical steps to take given your purpose? And you dive right into your purpose now, or there are other steps along the way. And we've got a fair coming up. We have about 18 practitioners at one time, Saturday, April 17, a panel on disentangling from toxic relationships, a panel on Beltane bonfires, lots of stuff coming up. We look forward to being with you again soon. You can find out all of our events at MeWeFairs.com. Thank you so very much for being here. And feel free to unmute and share your voice in the space on the way out. Just we appreciate you deeply being here. Thanks everyone for asking questions and supporting us with your questions, and everyone holding the energy of the space as we provide answers.